Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening as we come to you from Laurel High School, Newcastle, Pennsylvania, where tonight our Ellwood City Wolverines travel to Laurel to take on the Spartans. What a beautiful night for football. Week 0, the countdown is over. We're just about 10 minutes and 25 seconds away from the start of the 2024 season. Thad Sturgeon alongside Brad Windhorst with his dad, Dave, Mr. Skinny Windhorst, on the camera tonight. Brad, we've been talking a long time about this upcoming season and what an exciting season it is.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Thad, we're not the only ones talking about this Ellwood City Wolverines team. We've heard it. Everybody from Ellwood in the community has heard it as well. Trib, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, the Lawrence County Sports Network, everybody's talking about this team. Yes, a 5-6 season last year, but some statistics that have been broken right across the board is setting up for a game and a season for – 18 seniors?
And I think that's the key for this team, 18 seniors. And we apologize, folks. We're not in the press box tonight. We thought we were going to be, but unfortunately, out of things out of our control, we're in the bleachers with the fans tonight, and we're kind of limited on space. And I want to thank a young lady. She said her name, but we were kind of frantic. I don't recall, but she was a great help. We went through the FFA room here at Laurel High School, found a chair, found some ratchet straps. I went out in a truck and found some ratchet straps. So we're going to have you a broadcast, maybe not to the quality we would like, but nonetheless, you're going to get to watch the game. Brad, we talk about these 18 seniors, and how many of them seniors have played 3 or 4 years. I think there's 12 lettermen on the team. Not many teams across the WPIL can say that, but for Ellwood City, they can say that this year. Of course, a lot of the focus is on our running back, Elijah Palmer McCain, just 38 yards. Some history could be made here tonight, folks, as he could become the leading rusher all time in the over 110 years, I think it is, give or take, of Ellwood City football. We could witness the most rushing yards by a running back wearing the blue and white.
Officially 114 years for Ellwood City, and I'll add to it, you said 110. This is the 110th year of WPIL football. So this is the anniversary, 110 years that we've had WPIL official football. Ellwood obviously started in 1910 and then picked into 1914 with Whitfield.
Well, look at that. Drop in history here for you tonight with no notes or nothing because we don't have room for it and the sun glare is out of control. But we're just moments away here from the Star Spangled Banner. Go ahead, Brad.
And Thad, you mentioned about our location. We expect to be in the press box. We prepared for it. Unfortunately, we're out here. It is what it is. With that being said, folks, first off, internet. Internet is very scarce out in, unfortunately, I'll say it nicely, farm country, because we're on farms as well. Unfortunately, the internet may go in and out. Just bear with us. If it stops on your side, refresh the page. We got a live coverage of it. It is what it is. We're also not going to be doing live stats tonight. We do not have enough space for it. Plus, it is very hard to see the numbers on this side of the field. So we will do stats sometime tonight.
Well, we're gonna get ballpark stats.
We're gonna get ballpark stats.
Official stats. Official stats will be there sometime tomorrow. I know it'll drive Brad nuts. And he'll have it done as soon as he gets home. But tonight, as we take on the Laurel Spartans, Laurel's at 118, and they get some love with their head coach Brian Cooper. Coach Cooper's been here for a number of years now, and years of experience kind of generates to how well he's done as a coach. Laurel, what were they last season, Brad? I apologize.
They were officially 4-6 at the end of the regular season. They did play a first-round playoff game, and unfortunately they did lose their unfortunately lopsided score. But a 4-7 season with a very youthful group, and youth is going to be something on display once again this year, but just like us, they've got a couple seniors out there.
They got a couple seniors, and I think we're going to see once the game progresses, they got some size on that line. And the question might be, will that senior leadership of Ellwood City be able to handle that and whatever Coach Cooper has to throw at them?
Okay, folks, we'll take a little bit of time here. We'll talk about the 2A, Section 2, the MAC Conference. It has changed just the slightest bit. Neshannock officially goes down to 1A, and in replace of that is the one and only change, the Union Scotties up there in Newcastle as well, just close. actually all in Newcastle, I guess, right now with this Laurel game. But Union Scotties join us, and across the board, Beaver Falls, Ellwood, Freedom, Mohawk, New Brighton, Riverside, Union, and Western Beaver. And the best thing, Thad, we talked about this, we like driving into new locations. We love new stadiums. We enjoy the new atmosphere. But this year, all 10 games, Lawrence County, except for a little sprinkle of Beaver County games.
These teams have played, it's hard to believe, we're only about 14 miles apart, but have only played 8 times in recent history. They played in 2021 most recently, where Ellwood found themselves on the losing side of 54-13. And before that was 2020 when we were in that same section, and Laurel had won 47-7. So been a couple years since we played them. And the last 2 times we played them, Laurel, let's be honest, just kind of owned us and took care of business on the field.
So while we have a little bit of break here, keys to the game. I know we haven't really talked much about the keys of the game. We usually take a little bit of time to look at the scouting-wise before games, but the biggest thing for both these teams, start strong. Keep it simple and in the mistakes. The first week here, which team is going to make that one extra mistake? And I'll make a little asterisk. You said it, Thad. When we looked at this team coming out right now across our screen, my goodness, they are bulky and big.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. You know, Brad, when you opened up here, you talked about the Wolverines. And I say this is our 7th year, Brad and I working together, and it's been so much fun doing that. And each year, you know, you kind of take the day or two before and just get a pulse. And I will tell you right now, the enthusiasm for this team is off the charts. And I think we're going to see here in about 4 minutes just why. The expectations are high, not only by the fans, but there's high expectations from these players as well, as they're soon getting ready to come out on the field. Mr. DeLon Curry will be carrying the American flag. Nope, he's handing it off. Yes, we are going to have the playing now of our 1 second. The football field's coming on. I don't think that was planned out that way. Dom Ho carrying the EC flag. I think a little bit of a timing issue here, Brad, as Ellwood came onto the field not knowing that they were made the announcement for the Star Spangled Banner. No one at fault, just and they're giving the Wolverines their moment.
Well, that tells us we're not the only ones just ready to go.
Yes,
everybody's ready to get this one going.
We do apologize, folks, if we seem a little bit befuddled here as we're trying to get things lined up, ready to go. Need to tell our band to stop playing.
And one of the coaches for Ellwood there was able to get him. Coach Coleman was able to, hey, guys, let's stop. So national anthem here by the Laurel Spartans Marching Band.
And there you have it, folks. Unfortunately, we don't have the band mic able to set it up tonight with our location, but that was the Star Spangled Banner, done nicely by the Laurel Spartan Band. So now have the playing of the alma mater of Laurel.
In the meantime, we'll take this time to do some starters for Ellwood.
Good deal.
While we have that break in the action, the offensive starters this year for the Wolverines, a good group. In fact, bringing back 10 official starters on offense. The only one, the true senior that they're going to miss, unfortunately, is number 8, Michael Walters. I did talk to him recently, and I heard he's doing some great things in the construction trades business, so he wished the Wolverines good luck. And they're starting lineups now. Obviously, the senior, it's going to be senior-led in the backfield. Quarterback, Chris Smiley, number 12. The running backs, Elijah Palmer-McCain and Luciana Gackrick. You got wide receivers across the board, Dom Hogue, Dalen Curry, Gavin Partridge on the outside edges. Up front, the big guys, Maddox Singer, number 55, 73, Evan Tweddell. He's won pretty much every single award you can think of for a lineman the last year. 78, Logan McClymonds under center, and 77, Shane Lutz, and finally Tristan Reynolds, 76. On the defensive ends of things, you're going to see up front Evan Tweddell, PJ Dubois, number 50 in the middle, Drake Davis, 57 on the right side. The Wolverines run a 3-3-5 defense, so 3 linebackers, Caden Daccio, number 13, number 9, Luciana Gackrick, and number 39, Declan O'Brien. You're going to see him pretty much blitz on the evening every play. On the outside edges, your free man, your safety kind of following the slot guy all night long is number 44, Trent Schilling. And your DBs, Daylon Curry, Dante Pierce, followed by the strong safety and free safety, Gavin Partridge and Dom Hogue. Special teams as well. Our kicker, obviously, is senior Caitlin Kreitzer, number 19, and the punter tonight will be Dalen Curry, with all our running backs there returning: Elijah Palmer-McCain, Curry, Barbario, Gackrick, and Pierce.
Just make a note there about Chris Smiley. 17 TD touchdown passes last year and only 8 interceptions. He quite improved over his sophomore season, that ratio, and averaging 15.0 yards per carry did the senior Chris Smiley. Last year, Elijah Palmer-McCain averaging 238 carries. He carried the ball about 90% of the time, and for an average of 6.2 yards. You mentioned Luciano Gaggrick with 58 carries, averaging 5.0. One name you did not mention tonight, and sadly, number 15, Declan Gray, kid works out all the time. But he tore his ACL here a couple months back. Hoping to get him back here for some of the latter games. I know he's put a lot of time in, a lot of work in, and saw his mom Erica tonight. You can just see and feel the heartbreak. Her son's senior year, he spent a lot. He was our punter, played a lot as a freshman all the way up through. So, Declan, keep that recovery going strong. He's a pretty easy kid to root for. He's just a great young man. And, boy, when I heard that news, your just heart fell to your knees when you hear the dreaded ACL.
Yep, and on the flip side, we're actually going to step away for 1 second from football. You've got a young lady over on that opposite side for the Laurel Spartans, Tori Atkins. She broke records. She broke Whitfield records. She owns Whitfield championships. She owns state championships. So big shout out to the track and field, cross country, the whole works. The big one there for the Laurel Spartans, Tori Atkins, she receives her Whitfield championship ring as a little ceremony gift from the Laurel Spartans. So we do appreciate.
She was
Laurel.
actually recognized by PIAA.
Yes,
as one of the
exactly.
premier athletes. Them Atkins girls, as a
little bit of everything.
Parent with daughters that play a lot of sports. My daughters will tell you when you go up against the Atkins girl, whether basketball, volleyball, and track, you're going to have your hands full. They're just tremendous athletic girls, and by all counts, from what I hear, just fabulous young women. And Todd and his wife did a fantastic job raising them. Yep.
The captains tonight for the Wolverines, they did the coin toss about a half hour ago or so. That was going to be number 2, Elijah Palmer-McCain, number 9, Luciana Gackrick, number 12, Chris Smiley, and number 78, and that's Logan McClymans. For the Spartans, number 22, Tyler Shear, number 59, get my sheet here.
I got it.
Jaden Iorio. And then, unfortunately, I missed the 2. 77, Max Shivitz.
And number 12.
And finally,
Jackson
number 12.
Sodders. Hey, you mentioned Max Shivitz. I got to know that family very well since about birth. And Mac, in 8th grade, tore one ACL. They had to wait to do surgery because of bone plate. And I may have this a little bit wrong, so I beg your pardon if I do. Battled back, got back. Last year in a scrimmage game against Ellwood City, he tore the other ACL. But for some reason, he played 6 games last year. with the ACL the way it was. He got a lot of love from the Pittsburgh Trib, writing about that, kind of that Iron Man, tough man, Max Shivitz. And I know his mom and dad are just beyond proud of the work that young man has put in, and they should be. And a great young kid I've got to know over the years. And I know it's going to be a very sweet moment seeing him out there on the field tonight.
So officially from our announcer tonight, the Spartans officially won the coin toss. They will receive first, so they're going on offense, and they're going to start on the scoreboard side. So the Wolverines will be kicking into the sun, which is going to make our fun job here in this first drive that much more enjoyable. I say that sarcastically. The sun's directly right in our eyes.
Yes, it is. I hope we're not getting a lot of sun glare, and we apologize for that. Going into...
So once again, kicking off for the Wolverines will be number 19, Caitlin Kreitzer. Back to return for the Spartans will be Saunders, number 12, number 10, Jack Miles, and I believe number 6, Braden Faulkner.
And Brad, we are just seconds away from the start of the 2024 football season. The senior, Miss Caitlin Kreitzer. We'll also see her on the volleyball court Monday night. Here's the run up and the kick, and the season is underway. It's picked up there by one of the upmen, number 10, rolls his way up through there, and a nice return was taken down there by number 23, James Stivers. I beg your pardon, that was Richard Cureton of Ellwood City. So here comes the Laurel Spartans on offense. The ball appears to be on the 36-yard line. They're going to call it the 35. So in at quarterback is number 4, Lucas Santini, in the shotgun. Gets the ball, hands it off. Up the middle, not much running room there.
Number 6.
For Braden Faulkner. Brought down by a host of Wolverines there. Looked to me like number 73.
Yep, Tweddell and 57, Drake Davis on the close side.
Tweddell, the senior, Davis coming in as a junior. Not much huddle. They gave him 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. As Santini now looks to the sidelines to Coach Cooper. Faulkner deployed to his right. Goes out in motion. Takes the pass. Wants to go deep. Got a man down there. And nice coverage there by number 5 of Ellwood City, Daylon Curie.
Yep.
Maybe the ball was just a touch underthrown. That the would-be receiver had to come back for it. The ball falls incomplete. 3rd down and 7. And if you're the Wolverines defense right now, boy, you'd love to come in with a 3 and out to start off this game.
Absolutely. So 3rd and 7 here.
Santini, 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. I mentioned Max Shivitz, standing there at 6'0", 296. Whew. Beside him's number 59, Jaden Iero, 241, 6'3", 241. So size and some beef up there. On the keeper, tries to wiggle his way up through there. Not much running room at all for Santini.
Once again, it was Drake Davis alongside P.J. Dubois and Tweddell and Declan O'Brien to help out. That front 3-4 players for the Wolverines making a stop, and it looks like it's going to be punt, Thad.
Yep, they're going to be punt formation. Back to receive for the Wolverines is Daylon Curie. Back to punt. I did not catch that number, I beg your pardon. Little high
24.
Snap. High kick.
Good kick.
Went a long way.
Let it bounce.
Lucky for the Wolverines.
Oh, wow.
It stops right there on the 5-yard line. Good grief. A 45, a 56-yard punt. And not much of a roll on that punt either. That was number 24, you said?
Yep, Colton Carlson.
So a long field to start off after the great punt by Carlson.
And the best thing about Carlson, I think you're DB on this defense, so he kicks the punt and he's ready to go, and he's telling everybody the signal. So I'm wondering if he's maybe one of our key guys here on defense.
Yes, it is. So the Wolverines, their first offensive drive of the season, A number we're going to want to keep an eye on tonight is Elijah Palmer McCain needing 38 yards to become the all-time leading rusher in Ellwood City.
A little stick issue here. The sticks were tangled up, so they got that figured out. Now they're going to waltz down here down to the 5-yard line as we are ready to go.
Yep, they do get set. Smiley under center. One wide out to the left, one to the right. Smiley. Handoff, and not much running room there. Tries to go sideways, goes ahead a little bit more, was Elijah Palmer McCain. Number 50, I believe, was in there. Max Shivitz was in there to help with the stop. We're going to see a lot of two-way players on both sides of the ball. So no gain on that play for McCain. Pass out there, and just out of the outstretched arms of Dom Hogue. Ball falls incomplete. Kind of the quick pass, quick slant route. Like the idea, but just the game of inches caught up to the Wolverines that time.
So just like that, 9:52 first quarter mark here, 3rd down and 10, and you just want to get some breathing room.
Yes, all spread out now. The Wolverines, 3 wide outs left, 1 to the right. Smiley back, quick pass out there. Hogue gets the ball. He's got some blockers, and he's going to get up there. I believe he's going to have enough.
It's going to be real tight, and they're waving him on.
First down. So the Wolverines get their first down of the year on the completion from Smiley.
And that, I know it's
that was
early.
To Hogue?
Yeah, yep. I know it's early, but my goodness, that could be a big play in this first quarter.
From a field position standpoint. So Logan McClymon's out over the ball. Smiley in the shotgun this time. Sidecar to his left, right, hand off there to Luciano Gagrick. Tries to make a man miss. Rolls his way forward. That's the Luciano Gagrick we've come to love over the last couple years. Always trying to go north and south.
Yeah, he got hit initially, and he added about 2 more yards to that run. And I think we're going to have a wave here by the official, so they're stopping the clock. I'm wondering if somebody's chin strap or equipment may be an issue here for the Wolverines.
Yeah. Credit Carlson with another tackle there.
Yeah, they're bringing out number 5, Daylon Curry. I'm wondering if there's equipment issue or something like that.
Yeah, it's coming back in now. It's Dom DiNucci. Dom, the sophomore, 5'10", 155 pounds. So pick up a 5 on a run by Luch. Luciano Gagrick. Smiley now in the shotgun. Sends Luch in motion. Hand off there to Elijah. Patiently waits for a hole and looked like he was going to get hit in the backfield, but he just had the patience and wherewithal. Picks up about 4 on the play.
Yep, we'll credit him with 4 yards. So subbing in is 27, A.J. Grinnan for Gavin Partridge. 3rd and short here. I'm assuming, like most people in this stadium, it's going to be right up the middle.
Yep.
Expect a quarterback sneak maybe.
Yep, Smiley under center. You got it. And he's going to push his way forward over the big senior, Logan McClymonds, and he's going to get a needed 1, got 2. Going to wave him ahead for the first down. No. Oh, no. Max Shivitz is now heading to the sidelines.
And helmet is off, and that's not good.
And he's limping. I noticed before that last play. Oh, no.
And he's going to be stretched out with the leg issue there. Yep. But it is very warm, 76 degrees. Cramps are going to happen. We're
First
hoping
and 10,
for
ball on the 25-yard line. Smiley in the shotgun. Barking out to his wide receivers. He has 3 of them to the left, 1 to the right. Fakes a handoff. Smiley back to pass. Wants to go deep. Going down the field. Got a man there. And almost. Wolverines got lucky there as number 22, Tyler Shear, almost got the interception.
Yeah.
Kind of just a go route as Daylon Curry went down the seam, and ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, not a bad throw. It was high, and that maybe actually helped it from not being intercepted.
I think one of the keys there is Smiley had time to sit back there.
He did have a lot of time.
Number 55 just checked in. Caden Gnarly, 6'3", 273 sophomore. That's a big boy. Oh, we got whistle, a flag on the play. The first flag of the season.
It's going to be an illegal motion or false start. That one,
I believe so.
The guy in motion, unfortunately, was not set, so they'll back him up 5.
So that's going to bring up a second down and 15. Yep, false start. So take the ball back to the 20-yard line.
And those are one of the things that you don't want to have on an initial drive. It kind of sets you behind the sticks, and now you got to make up for it, especially now being second and 15.
So Smiley finds himself in a shotgun once again. Goes back to pass. He's looking left. Got a man down
on
there.
the route.
Oh, just out through him a little bit. Gavin Partridge, kind of on the wheel route. He was open for that brief instant. Ball just thrown a little bit too far.
I'll do a little shout out to those who play college football. If you know that play, that's the mesh route. Running back comes out of the backfield, just loops up the right side, and it was there, Thad, just a half a step in front of him.
Yep. So after the incomplete pass, Smiley now 1 for 3 on this drive. He now finds himself in a shotgun on the 3rd and 15. Back to pass, Smiley. Under, he got decked. Wow. Number 10, Joshua Sherman came out of nowhere and hit Smiley hard.
Jack Miles, number 10, Jack Miles.
I'm sorry, Jack Miles. Got the wrong line. So a big time loss on the play. Loss of 10 of 10. Going to bring up a 4th and 21 for the Wolverines, as they will be punting. Back to punt is a high end over end punt. It's going to take a huge Ellwood bounce. And the ball is going to be down there by number 33.
A game of punts so far in this one.
Yes, it is. So first drive for the Wolverines comes up empty. Laurel will now have the ball. We're not high enough to see the numbers on the on the field. They're not real distinct.
They're saying the 39-yard line. If you look at where it says quarter,
yep,
to
I
left,
see it.
39.
No, well, that wasn't up yet. I was waiting for it. I was trying to be ahead of the guy. So Laurel now with their second drive of the game.
Looks like Santini once again.
In a shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Hands it to the middle guy in the back. Oh, hit hard there. P.J. DuBois got him high. And who was that got him low? Number 13, Caden Dasho. Dosh, the leading tackler last year for the Wolverines. I believe it was 87. Gets a number there.
Yep, he gains 2, but that hole was there, and then it filled completely
I think that's the key, Brad. It really did fall fast. The running back was quick out of the hole.
That's why the Wolverines run that 3-3-5 defense, and they'll play right up against that line. Fill the gaps.
So it is good to see Max Shivitz back out there for the Spartans.
About halfway through this first quarter.
Wow, fast-moving first quarter. Yep, 6-11 going. Both teams with one possession. Laurel now on their second.
Jet sweep fumble.
Fumble on the ground, and Laurel luckily jumps on it.
Yeah, that's that jet sweep. Kind of like technically a handoff, and it was fumbled, and Caden Dachu, I think, Declan O'Brien was back there
O'Brien
and made that
was back there
hit.
to disrupt things.
Wow.
And Dosh, I thought, was going to get a hand on it, but Santini of Laurel was there to get corralled. A big-time loss on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down and 18 from the 41.
So a loss of 10, and that's not what you want to do.
Maybe not the way we thought this game would start.
I'm going to wait and hold that to the second quarter, but I think you and I thought both hard about this, that the offense was going to be the best tonight.
Right. And I think we're going to have timeout.
Yep.
Going to be taken by the Spartans. They're first. They will have 2 remaining. We're going to take a timeout as well. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks, after that Laurel Spartans timeout as they sit there on a 3rd and 18. Ball resting on the 41-yard line. So see what Coach Cooper has dialed up after that timeout. Santini in the shotgun. Oh, should have had a false start there. Ball goes up, and who ends up with it? Ball rolls around on the ground. Great coverage there.
Yeah.
Gavin Partridge was there, as well as, I believe Richard Cureton was in there as well. Pass intended for number 24, Colton Carlson.
Kind of wish the penalty there, but we'll take the incompletion. Good coverage between the free safety and DB. Nice coverage, and hey, another 4th down play.
Yep, so now punting is Carlson, who had a huge bomb of over 50, I believe it was 59 yards. High snap, but he gets it down, kicks it once again.
Returnable.
A good punt. Caught there at the 30-yard line. And going to be, got a flag.
Coming back.
That's going to come back. As Daylon Curry had to return on, caught the ball.
Block in the back, unfortunately.
And going to have an illegal block in the back.
So that'll back him up. At least it's still 1st down.
Yes, it
Wolverine
is. So it
ball.
would have been nice field position. They're still going to have decent field position.
Better than the 3.
Yes, from where they started the last time.
So 5 minutes officially on the clock here, 1st quarter.
Both offenses, nothing spectacular either way to this point.
Yep.
But now just the 2nd possession here for the Wolverines.
Keeping track of the number here, 34 yards officially needed for Elijah Palmer Kane to break that 2,800 career record mark with Mr. Thompson at 27.99.
Yep.
For Ellwood City.
Damon class of 1990, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
So the officials are conversing. I thought
they're conversing, and the flag still hasn't been picked up yet. So I don't know what this is all about.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cut and dry.
It was very straightforward. Yeah, right in front of us. We had a great view actually on this side of the non-press box.
So we'll wait to see.
I'm wondering if they're going to call a hold, actually. And they declined it. Okay, so it's 2 penalties, a hold and a block in the back.
Yep, there we go.
That's what it was.
Yes, that was the conversation.
Okay.
So Laurel declines the holding penalty because the holding penalty, I didn't see their flag, but it was obviously up more toward the original line of scrimmage.
And usually when they throw the flag, if there's another flag, they usually throw the hat, but I wonder if they saw 2 different things. Oh, sorry. So it was 2 block in the backs.
Okay.
Obviously, you can only assess 1. They're going to take that yardage, and then it'll be 1st down for the Wolverines. Probably.
Well, they're marching off at the 30.
Yeah, so. It should be 10 yards, which should be the 20, but we'll see.
Yep, it was a spot foul.
20.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wolverines at the 20-yard line. We saw a mix in the first drive of some pass and run. Some of the pass was out of necessity for longer yardage. So Smiley, handoff there. Elijah goes up that left side, got a seam, taken down underneath. A nice tackle there.
Elijah Palmer McCain, he's upended for him in a short gain.
Yep, gonna.
J.J.
J.J. McBride with that sure tackle.
It's officially credited with 4 yards.
So going to be a 2nd down and 6 now for the Wolverines. Three wide outs to the right this time, 1 to the left. Sidecar Elijah Palmer King. There's a handoff to Elijah trying that left side, and not much running room there. They tried to stretch it out, but they got to him before he could get to the edge. Jackson Saunders with the tackle.
So technically a gain of 1.
So that gain of 1 is going to bring up actually no gain on the play.
Yeah, so still credit 2 runs, 5 yards so far, 3rd and 5, and so far not big holes up the middle.
No, there's not. The largest run of the night has been 4 yards by Luciano Gagrick, if I recall. Now, Smiley on this 3rd and 5, back to pass, swing pass out there, gets a Dom Hogue, makes a man miss, tries to dive forward, and I think he's going to be just a few inches short of the line of gain.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and inches for sure, probably about a foot.
Yep, appears that, because it was right on the line is where they're resting. So
yep, definitely a foot. So now
about the length of the football. And I think the Wolverines now, decision time for Coach Bradley
and
with
that decision
3:15
was
remaining.
made. Yeah.
I'm going to try to get that.
When you see Gridden and Gackrick come in, you know this is big boys up front, and this could be QB sneak or
Yes, it is. They tried
fullback.
to QB sneak earlier and gained 2 yards on it. Everything in tight except one right out to the right, one to the left. Smiley with this quarterback sneak, and he quite easily gets that. Needed a foot, he got a yard. New set of downs for the Wolverines now. Ball going to be right on the 31-yard line.
And that's a stat we'll have to look up because Chris Smiley's done that a lot the past 2 years, and it's been usually successful. It usually just comes down to you just got to hold on to that ball for that first down.
Well, with the way they do stats, his sacks go as loss of yards, so it's
Correct.
kind of hard to look
Correct.
at what I have. So 2:40 remaining. Sun just about down. There's a pass out there, swing pass out there to number 5 up that left side. He goes, finds a seam, and he's hit hard, but not till he gets to the 40-yard line. Depends. Oh, a late flag coming in. That's not good. As DeLon Curie caught that ball in the backfield, swung it around there. So the flag comes out.
So it looks like he's officially gained 8,
Yeah,
and then you're going to have this flag.
Credit J.J. McBride with that last tackle. But as we wait to see the flag,
And unfortunately, I know
I
who
think
that
the
flag was on.
Wolverines are coming back.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was on the Wolverines for sure because somebody came off the field and he got a little bit of talking to. So gain of 8, and then they're going to march off.
So
that's a personal foul. So that's a minus 15 yards. So you gain 8, and then you take off 15. And
yep, it's from the spot of the foul.
Yep. So it's going to be 2nd down and 17. Eesh.
So that hurts on a first down play where you pick up 8 yards.
Yes.
Now you change things around a little bit. Ball all the way back to the 24-yard line. So Logan McClymon's out over the ball on this 2nd and 17. Wide out to left, 2 to the right. Smiley gets the ball, quick pass out there. Caught there by number 1, Dom Hogue. Down the left sidelines he goes. He got 3 men roll to get him, and he gets dug down, and the ball falls out, but he was down. Another flag comes in. So another flag, but a huge gain there. As Dom Hogue just weaved through there on that slant route, he got down the seam, the center of the field. Down the field he went. The ball's sitting right now on about the 15-yard line, give or take, from our angle.
And if
Man,
it's
what we thought was a costly penalty against the Wolverines.
Yeah. At least it's a flag's not good in any direction.
No.
But the play will stand, and then it's going to be a personal foul, so it's going to be marched afterwards. You got to be careful
of who it's on.
Yeah, that's where you have
because
to be
they're
careful.
talking over there. Do we have a spot where the ball is now? Because that's about a 55, 60-yard gain.
Yep. So it was from the 24-yard line. So you know it's 26 and then change. It's probably right around. Well,
I don't know where they spotted the ball.
yeah, you're
So,
talking. If it's the 15, it would be 51 yards. So however close we are here. So they're going to spot it here now.
Wow, another unsportsmanlike conduct on 2 back-to-back plays by Ellwood City.
Yep.
So you get the roughly 60-yard gain, 50-yard gain.
Okay.
So it's back to the 30-yard line. So we were right, Brad. It was on the 15.
Yeah. So basically a 46-yard pass play all the way down to the 20, and then – or wait.
No, you did your math wrong.
Wait, hold on. It's the 30-yard line? Okay, so that was a 51 then. So 51-yard pass play from Smiley to Dom, and then the 15 added on there. And at least the Wolverines maintain possession, but we got to stop doing that.
2 consecutive plays of unsportsmanlike conduct.
And you
after
saw
the play,
that offensive team came to the sideline.
Well, I think it was a timeout by Ellwood City. I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll keep track of that. I'm not sure. 100%.
They're not keeping track of it on the board because I know it is wrong. So Wolverines, after all that, still do have a first down. Ball on the 30-yard line. Smiley in the shotgun. Brings Danucci in motion. It's the ball. Handoff to Elijah Palmer McCain. Looking for some blocks. Finds a little bit of a hole there. Going to pick up a few yards on the play. Not much. Number 72 getting up from the bottom of the pile. Carlson there in on the tackle.
So Palmer McCain gains 5 yards there.
I don't have a 72 on my roster. So give Elijah 5 yards on that carry, getting the ball down to the 5-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 5 for the Wolverines. Wolverines moving here. However, 30 yards of penalties on this drive. Smiley hands off to Elijah. Weaves his way through. Drags the pile forward, still dragging. Finally a whistle blown by the officials. So Elijah's going to pick up 4 yards on that play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. 57 seconds remaining here in this first quarter of play.
Tight formation for the
Yes,
Wolverines.
very tight on this 3rd and 1. Smiley up under center. Back this time, hands off to Elijah. Drops his head, moves his way forward, and he's going to have enough for the Ellwood City first down. So moving to change is Ellwood City on this drive. J.J. McBride and Colton Carlson. We're mentioning Carlson's name a lot here tonight with the tackle. There's about a 1 second differential between the play clock. The Wolverines will get it off. Ball on the 19-yard line. Handoff there to Elijah. Makes a man miss and falls his way forward for a couple. Carlson with the tackle. So it's inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter. No score here in the first quarter. Let's take a quick timeout, Brad. Welcome back, folks, as we end that first quarter, moving into the second quarter. No scoring there in that first quarter of play. Hey, every Thursday night, and they've been doing this since Moby Dick was a minnow. They've been doing it for years. As the Ellwood City Wolverines get the football players, gets dinner. And last night's dinner was provided by the Ellwood City Wolves Club. For many years, the Wolves have provided your Fighting Wolverines that night before dinner, the first game. Dessert was provided by the Ellwood City Marching Blue Band. Last night was the annual Pie Festival. Fun was had by all as we introduced our fall sports for the year. Coming back, folks, on this 2nd and 5, Wolverines inside the red zone at the 13-yard line, threatening to score for the first time this season. Brad, trying to keep a few stats that we can here. We hope to get some more here at halftime. Smiley in a shotgun, back to pass. The lefty looks left, right. He's going to go up the middle and makes the man wing zag, and he gets all the way down. the Ellwood faithful looking for the flag as Smiley went for the slide, took the hit, but did not get anything. Nonetheless, Santini with the tackle, ball inside the 5-yard line, all the way down to just ball resting right inside the 5-yard line. First and goal at the 4 for the Wolverines. Smiley. Hands off Luciano Gagrick. Oh, he had a seam and just got caught up there.
Looks like it'll be the 2-yard line.
So pick up of 2 for Luch. Casey Wilson with that tackle. He's wearing number 72 tonight. That's why I don't have a 72 on my roster. Second and goal, ball on officially the 3-yard line. Smiley in a shotgun, sidecars left. Oh, loses the ball, but picks it up. Tries to dive his way in there. Met there by 4 green jerseys. Helmet on the ground. Give Smiley credit. He's looking up. Hey, somebody pulled my helmet off.
Right?
But that ball was fumbled originally, but Smiley was able to make something out of nothing. So they're going to give him 1 yard.
Chris is smiling. He's like, there's no way my helmet comes off without it being pulled off.
So helmet comes off, so he has to sit out of play technically.
Yep. So it makes an interesting third down.
Yes, on this third and goal, ball on the 2-yard line.
Are we going to see a wildcat? Oh, my.
We got Elijah Palmer McCain in there at shotgun. Gets the ball, going to run to his right, zigzags his way. Touchdown! Ellwood City Wolverines with 10:29 remaining in the second quarter. Elijah Palmer McCain, wildcat, takes the ball from that shotgun position. Up the middle he goes, pinballed around, and found his way into the end zone. Wolverines' first score of the year. That drive started on their 20-yard line.
Yep.
So an 80-yard drive. Kind of an adversity drive there for the Wolverines as they overcame 2 15-yard penalties. Miss Caitlin Kreitzer on for the extra point. Snap is down, up, good, and count it. Miss Caitlin Kreitzer gets her through to make the score 7-0. When the Wolverines offense, I won't say looked fantastic on that drive. Some, I'll call them mental mistakes, but they overcame that and found them way into the end zone.
And I tell you what, Thad, I like the balance. I know the passing game didn't really come into play until that big catch, 51 yards. Mark that down as a crucial play on that drive. But I like what they're doing. They're trying to keep the balance, but the run game, and then I tell you what, that offensive line is making some waves. Small gains, but I tell you what, you add them up, you get 7-0 lead.
I know we've talked about Elijah breaking the rushing record. He is now tied with that touchdown tied for the most touchdowns in a Wolverine career.
Yep.
He just tied Mr. Cal Crawford it was Ellwoodian from 2009, 10, and 11.
Kyle Crawford, man, that was a special. Wow.
Yes, it was. So, Wolverines kicking team now out there. Caitlin Kreitzer on for the kick. Here's the run up and the kick. Drives it down there and picked up and wisely jumped on by number 5. I don't have a problem with that play.
No, I don't.
Jacob McBride. You try to pick that ball up, bad things could happen.
I think both teams are okay with that.
Yep. So he fell on the ball, did the younger McBride, and he's going to have the ball at the 33-yard line.
So now it comes back to the Spartans. They got to pretty much answer. It's been back and forth. Nobody has really taken control of this.
Well, surprisingly enough, Brad, with 10:29 remaining, when you think about this game, both teams have only had 2 possessions.
Yep. And until that 80-yard drive, both teams less than 50 yards easily.
Yes. So Santini in the shotgun, sends a man in motion, hands off there to number 12, leaves and picks his way through. A nice run there. If you're a coach, you'll take 4 or 5 yards every time. As Jackson Saunders, we're seeing him in that running back position now. It's only going to give him 3. I thought initially it was more than that.
Yeah, I would say 4.
Evan Twiddell going to get credit with the tackle. Now going to bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, false start there.
The timing was just off all the way there for the Spartans, and they get their first penalty of the evening.
Right side of the line here, right in front of us, right on camera, on cue, just moved a half step early. And what is that?
Going to knock him back 5 yards.
We had 3 penalties, I believe, 2 15-yarders, and then that one before.
Yep.
I think this is our 5th or 6th penalty combined in this game so far. So a little bit of jitters as well.
So after the 5-yard step off, it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 11. Santini in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. He looks to the left for Coach Cooper, getting the hand signals on what play to look at next. Santini surveys the defense. Quick pass out there, swing pass to number 10. Zigging and zagging, makes a man miss, rolls his way forward. Positive yardage on that play was Jack Miles. Some nifty running there by Miles. Trenton Schilling, the senior, with the stop. Pickup of about 9 on the play, going to bring up a big 3rd down here for Laurel. They're going to want to convert this on 3rd and 2 ball on the 42-yard line. Santini was under center. We see that they kind of go up, see what the defense is. Then he stops and looks to Coach Cooper for the play. He goes back. Nope, he's still under center. This time, handoff. Number 12 gets the ball. He's hit there, going to drive them legs forward. Nice hard running. Saunders hit there initially by Declan O'Brien to slow his progress down, but not after. He picked up about 3 yards, needed 2.
That's officially the Spartans' first down of the year.
So now quickly up to the line. Spartans up to the line. They run the no huddle. I don't know what you exactly call this.
They always check their plays before they snap.
Yep. Santini under center. Jet sweep coming
yep.
right at us. Rolls away around. He's got blockers. Slows his players. Weaves his way through. And finally taken down was Colton Carlson. Going to be down to about the 41-yard line. So a nice, I'm going to call it a 14-yard pickup for Carlson.
And if there's anything,
weaved the way around there.
If there's anything that 3-3-5 defense does give up, it's the outside edges.
Well,
that's where you have to be careful.
And that play there, Carlson did have blockers out front. I believe number 77 for Laurel was out there, kind of leading the way, as well as some wide receivers on the short side of the field. Santini now under center. Sends a man in motion, hands off to Saunders. Tries to roll his way forward. Drug backwards there by Caden Dacio.
That hole was there.
Limited to gain there.
Yep.
Quick moving there. I thought Caden was almost taken out of the play, but he shed his blocker, able to drag him backwards. Got almost from behind. Only picked up 2 that time was Jack Miles. 2nd and 8, 7:20 remaining here in this second period of play. Sun finally got down behind that tree. Makes it a little bit easier to see. Total misdirection play, but they made something out of nothing. Going forward was Colton Carlson. I'm impressed with this young man's running style. Junior, 6'2", 195. Going to get down about the 34-yard line, so pickup of 6. Alex Grinnan with the stop. Trenton Schilling in there for the help as well.
Guaranteed 2-down territory if you don't get it the first try.
I would think but you're sitting on a 3rd and 1. They've not been very effective up the middle, have the Laurel Spartans. Going to the outside has been a little bit easier for them. Quick handoff there, and I think his forward progress is going to get him there. Carlson gets down to the 30. Grinnan again with the tackle, but he did get enough for that first down. So down to the 30-yard line. Laurel now putting a nice drive together that started, I should have wrote that down.
The 33-yard line.
Yep, the 33.
Rolling clock halfway through the second quarter.
Fast-moving second quarter. First one was fast, but second one's really rolling here. One scoring drive for the Wolverines. And another time, They got caught there with some people moving before the ball was snapped. Going to knock them back 5 yards. And as a coach, it just has to drive you nuts. You have some nice momentum here. You got, 3 first downs? And
everything has been
first
forward.
and 10, and now you go backwards 5 yards. That's a good point, Brad. Seen very, very, I don't think we've seen any negative yards for the Laurel Spartan offense so far.
Yeah.
Outside of the penalties. Not over the ball. Santini in the shotgun. Tyler Fuchs, the freshman, number 51, is the center for the Spartans. Santini out, 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right, back to pass. He's looking down the field. A little bit of a low throw. I think it's going to be a flag came in late from the middle judge.
Gavin Partridge has his hands out. I'm wondering, is this going to be
Holding.
a hold?
Yep, holding against Laurel.
Okay, yeah. I think what happened there, they were trying to play a little pick screen where the one wide receiver kind of cuts through, and I think Gavin kind of got tripped up, and I think that's why the 2 wide receivers hit each other. He was a little bit scared, like, what did I do? In fact, that left side held the line. So it was holding.
They did. So 2 penalties back-to-back here for the Spartans after they did have some what appeared to be momentum. Going to bring up now, should be, I'm thinking, a 2nd and 25. I'm sorry. So all the way back to the 45-yard line. Remember, they started this first down series on the 30-yard line. So 2nd and 25 back. Santini, he's got some time. Now he's under duress, rolls out there, needs to move around, throws it down there, finds a man. A nice play by number 24 to come back to the ball to make the catch, but a very impressive catch by number 40, or a tackle by Trenton Schilling, but a flag.
This is going to be, it's going to be illegal man downfield, I believe, possibly.
It's that kind of play when that timing gets so far off.
Yep. Illegal man downfield. When you hold the ball more than 10 seconds, you know something possibly can happen.
Well, it's so hard for them linemen to hold that 3-yard buffer zone.
Yep.
You're looking for somebody to hit. You know the people are going forward.
The buffer zone. I like it. So that's going to back them up another.
Illegal man downfield. So
yeah.
3 consecutive plays
Mark it down.
by Laurel. Going to bring him back 5 yards. All the way back to midfield. Wow. They did not lose a down.
So minus the penalties, they've gone 17 yards on like 12 plays.
Wow. Yes, they started
crazy.
to drive it to 33. So 2nd down and 30. Lots of plays in the playbook for that one. Santini now in the shotgun. Goes back to pass. Throws it out there, got his man, number 12. And he's hit hard out of bounds. Was Jackson Saunders.
Dante Pierce along with O'Brien, but it was Dante Pierce who got that initial hit, and good tackle. You kind of play a little bit of prevent per se, give him a couple, cushion.
Yeah, on a 2nd and 30, and you give up 11 yards.
Yep.
And hey, there's no penalties, so I'm sure the Laurel coaches are breathing a sigh of relief on that one.
Don't jinx it.
So 3rd and 19, ball on the 30-yard line, 4:42. Laurel has had this ball for an eternity.
To me, you split the 19. Try to split the 19.
Santini now in the shotgun, rolling out to his right, looking,
there.
got a man down there, and
wow. How's that?
That's going to be a catch.
How is that not a penalty?
By number 22, Tyler Shear makes the catch. Wolverines asking for a penalty.
Yeah, Daccio got blown up behind him. It was behind. He was turned sideways. Wow.
So the ball gets all the way down to now what appears to be the 35-yard line. So a big defensive offensive play here for both teams on this 4th and 5. Ball on the 35-yard line.
I know you want to preserve him, but this may be timeout territory.
Well,
think about what play. Although it looks like they're going 10 seconds on the
Can
clock.
you catch him on off guard on this 4th and 5. A big play. for Laurel. Swing pass out there, got his man, number 6. Zigs and wags way through. Can he follow his way forward depending on his spot?
Yeah.
I think he's got it.
Yes, he did. That extra
As
fall
Braden
forward.
Faulkner, wow, you went from a 2nd and 30, and they got her done on a 4th and 5.
And that's the art and deception of moving a running back out of the backfield for a first down.
So he gets it all the way down to the 19-yard line, 3:23 remaining in this rolling clock. Laurel threatening. Handoff there, up the middle he goes, falls his way forward. Saunders, number 12, gets it about 4 down to the 15-yard line. Tristan Reynolds, one of them front linemen, gets the initial hit. Pick up a 4. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. Ball resting on the 15-yard line. It says both teams have 3 timeouts left, but I do believe that is wrong. I know Laurel used 1, and I want to think Ellwood City did too. Santini, swing pass out there.
Nice
Oh,
play.
great play there.
Just gotta get the tackle.
Dodge did not able to get it finished, but he slowed him down enough.
Yeah, give credit to Drake Davis staying with it. Dotch, you started
Yep.
it.
Drake Davis cleaning up what Dodge started.
Tochio.
Still a loss on the play. Back to the 15.
That's big. And that play, that running back moving left and right has been working, and that's the first time where the Wolverines, they sniffed that one
You
out.
saw Daccio was able to kind of shed that block and disrupt things enough in the backfield.
He knew it was coming.
Yeah, you've seen it a couple times now.
You see that running
He's only
back
go to the well
move?
so many times. Ball in the 24, 3rd and 15.
Under 2 minutes.
Santini.
He moved
He
early.
moved early. But anyway, pass underneath, a little bit of a low throw. Are they going to get? They do give him credit for the catch.
He moved early.
Yeah, he did. But anyway, it don't matter what we see. It's what the men in stripes see. 1:30 remaining. Here we go again, Brad. 4th and 5. They converted one just 4 plays ago, and there's going to be a timeout by the Laurel Spartans. A big defensive play here. Wolverines would love to go in, shutting out the Laurel Spartans 7-0 in this first half of play. Brad, I wanted to, during this timeout, got some great sponsors here for Ellwood City. We have our Champions Club sponsors. Those give $1,000 over 4 years. I want to be sure to give a shout out to them. We have Armstrong Cable, Ellwood City Transit / Zona Tours, Johnny's Pizza, the Dooney Memorial Scholarship Fund, Mary Jo's Catering, Joey's Events Room, Mata Heating and Cooling, and the great people at Dave's Hometown Shop and Save. And yes, Brad, it is that time of year for those shameless plugs. Stop by and get that farm fresh picked sweet corn. Brad, ask me how I know it's picked and fresh.
Dad, how do you know?
Because me and my 77-year-old dad pick it every day. Stop in there and get some local sweet corn. Shameless plug time.
And I can add to it because magically one night there was a bag on my front porch, and I will say that was gone in not even 3 days.
Well,
it was
anyway,
gone fast.
We appreciate Dave's Hometown, their support, and I personally appreciate him for supporting the local farmers in the community with selling his fresh produce there. We'll get to more of our touchdown club and field goal clubs here in a minute. That's my pay for doing this.
Yeah, 4th and 6. Big
play. 4th and 6. Oh, they moved again. Another penalty.
Wow.
4 penalties on this drive.
My
They're going to get
goodness.
pushed back even more by the Laurel Spartans. There was 2 false starts, maybe 3. We're not really working with a table tonight. I got about 3 clipboards we're working with, so I apologize, folks.
And what that does, that is 4th and 11. It kind of makes the playbook one-dimensional now, and it kind of helps the Wolverines' defense.
You got one chance to get 11 yards.
Unless you do a running back draw, and I don't see that happening. And now
timeout
Wolverines.
taken.
Good. Smart move by the Wolverines.
Coach Bradley wants to talk about this. So, hey, more of
There
our
you
great
go.
sponsors.
You asked
Touchdown.
for it.
I knew we'd get it. Touchdown Club, Diamond Dance Academy, the T-Box, Signed by Sam, the Color Center, Vanese Sporting Goods and Apparel, D4 Property Service, and Campers in RV. Minute 24 away from halftime. Folks, for those of you listening at home, a lot of the great restaurants and eateries around Ellwood City are broadcasting this game tonight, and we do thank them for that. I know we're on at Second Ward Sanctuary. They are keeping the kitchen open later, so if you're at the game and want to get something to eat or watch the game,
That's huge.
and head down there. The Time Brew Pub, they got us on, and they will be broadcasting the game on the big screen after the game, as well as broadcasting it right now. I think we're on at Finney's. Mike's Main Street usually covers this as well. So, hey, if you're hungry, maybe need a refreshment, head on down there and watch the games. As we're a minute 24 away from halftime, we're going to try to get some halftime stats and out-of-town scores. We're going to let you watch the bands, albeit from behind them.
Yeah, and we'll give credit. James Dotson said absolutely. So Lawrence County Sports Network is going to help us out here.
Yep.
At
So,
halftime.
but a huge play here in the waning moments of this second quarter on this 4th and 11. Santini in the shotgun, rolls out to his right. I mean, trying to make a miss. Going to try to run down there. Pinballs around, and he's taken down.
That should be short. It's right there, and it's short, and they're pointing
It's
to the
short.
left.
A great stop by the Wolverines defense.
Give credit to number 8, Cameron Mills, to get that initial tackle there. There was a little bit of a lane, but that right side, Cameron Mills, number 8, making the last tackle there and stopping it for
A huge stop for
Absolutely.
the Wolverines. I mean, if you're Laurel Spartans, you shot yourself in the foot on that drive. A whole bunch of plays to come up empty. Minute 14 remaining. Yes, they got the timeouts right now. Ellwood City has 2, and the Spartans have 1. I think the earlier timeout was done by the officials to tell the coaches, let's listen here. Elijah Palmer Kane pressing out that left side, makes a man miss. Up the sidelines, he dances.
it's going to be close. So the 12-yard line, it's going to be a first down. He got at least, well, it depends on where he stepped out.
Yep, I
Nope,
think they're
gonna
going to be a
say
little bit short. Going to give him 9 yards.
Yep, so that'll keep him now just 4. Just 4 yards, folks.
So, for those keeping track at home, Elijah Palmer Kane 4 yards away from being the all-time leading rusher. A minute 8 remaining. Hey, don't count out the Wolverines yet, albeit the ball on the 12-yard line. That's got to be wrong, 22-yard line. Back to pass is Smiley. Surveys. He does have some time. Got a man
Wide open is Dom.
down that
I like
left
this. Get it
side
out of bounds.
and gets out. A late
Oh!
hit. You got to throw the flag for the late hit, and they did not. Oh, that was a. Well, nonetheless, he's going to get enough for the first down. So the Ellwood faithful, we're sitting right here with them tonight, really wanted that late hit out of bounds.
And Chris took
Did
it.
not
He
get
stayed up, but it
Chris
doesn't
has
matter.
taken not
it
many
doesn't
hits
matter.
tonight, but he's took some pretty good hits.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 25-yard line. Just 59.3 seconds remaining. Smiley throws it out there, and I think somebody zigged when
bubble
somebody thought
screen.
they were going to zag on that bubble screen. Ball falls incomplete as intended for Dom Hogue. Incomplete pass stops the clock, so the good news is it only took off about 2 seconds. So 2nd and 10, ball on the 25. Wolverines leading 7-0. 80-yard scoring drive.
That's
And
offsides.
another penalty for the Spartans defensively this time, as 2 of the down linemen got a little anxious on that play
6
and jumped the
penalties.
call.
6 for 35 yards so far.
It's got to be more than that. They had 2 15s.
No, for Ellwood. Or for Spartans.
No, they had 2 15s too. Okay, we'll get them all figured out here at halftime. Falls incomplete and out of bounds.
Gave credit to the Spartans offensive line. That's probably the first time we saw Chris right off the
there
bat
was
get pressure.
Yeah,
Had to
they
come
had
out.
the sack earlier in the game. So on this 3rd and 5, Smiley goes back to pass. Throws bubble
Dump
screen
play.
underneath there to number 2. He sheds a tackler.
This is big,
up
folks.
there, tries to get out of bounds, and he does alertly.
Yep.
Was Elijah Palmer McCain. Kind of came out of the backfield and just sat there just a little bit beyond the line of scrimmage.
Out of bounds, stops the clock, 43 seconds, and it's about the
44-yard line. So pick up a 14 on that play.
I like
Yak yards on that one for Elijah. We don't talk about that a lot. Elijah don't catch a lot of balls, but I think he caught like 18 balls, but 6 of them were touchdowns last year. So first down and 10, ball on the 44-yard line. Smiley in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws it out there.
Nice
Finds
pass.
his man.
First down. That'll stop the clock
To
for the
Gavin
Canes.
Partridge. He gets it down to the 39-yard line. A big pickup on the play. The Wolverines, they do have 2 timeouts remaining. They're going to come up here on first and down, and they do spike it with 31.6 seconds remaining. Heads, put an asterisk beside that play, Brad. The heads up of that line of the Wolverines.
Running right up
They
there.
saw that catch by Gavin, which was what, 16
About
yards?
16, 17, yeah.
They immediately were to that line of scrimmage. That's pretty good when you can run a 16-yard pass play and only run about 12 seconds off the clock, preserving them 2 precious timeouts. So with 31 seconds, the Wolverines can get a lot of plays in here. Smiley in the shotgun. Back to pass, looking. Wants to go deep. Got a man down
He's
there.
got Palmer.
Oh! Just off the fingertips of Elijah Palmer McCain, and he knew it. He had, I won't say he had his man beat, but he had a step on his man.
He had a helmet on him. That was it, but it was enough.
Yep.
It was
back
right
there
there.
was Saunders for Laurel, and off the fingertips of Elijah. So incomplete pass stops the clock. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Pass defended by Jackson Saunders, number 12.
So Logan McClymonds out over the ball. 3rd and 10. 2 down territory. Ball on the 39-yard line. Surveying. 5 seconds on the play clock. Gets the ball. Smiley surveys, looks, chased out of the pocket, throws it down. Oh! Intercepted by number 10, Jillian Frisk.
Jack Miles. Wrong side. Wrong side.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jack Miles.
Yeah,
So
Jack
the
Miles.
first turnover with 18.8 seconds left. Smiley was just trying to make something. That was like a 2 a.m. text. He's
Yeah.
going to want to have that one back.
That's tough. You don't want to take the sack there because you want to keep the yardage at the same time. You don't want to turn it over. Worst case scenario, at least the Wolverines moved the ball, so this is 18 seconds. Spartans got to
Well,
go
I think that
a full field.
for the Laurel Spartans, that's a huge win for them.
Yeah.
You're sitting there with 20 seconds left, 2 timeouts. You've been moving the ball
And it's a
inside
7-0 game.
in 40. If I'm Laurel right now, I don't mind.
Don't mind taking this to half.
Yep. We might just take a knee here, and they do. So the Piers are going to let the clock run down. So at the end of 1, maybe not what we thought it was going to be, Brad. The Wolverines are finding themselves leading 7-0. If you're the Wolverines, you're going in here at the halftime to say, hey, we did some things good. We were able to stop Laurel. Laurel did more stopping themselves via the penalties in that drive and keep the offense on the field if you're the Wolverines. On the flip side, if you're the Laurel Spartans, you're going to the locker room saying, guys, these penalties are just making the field that much longer for us. So we'll let the bands get out here, ready to go, Brad.
Yep. What we'll do here, folks, is, again, unfortunately, we don't have the band mic laid out here tonight with it being open airs on the far sideline here. So what we'll do is we'll just keep the microphones that we have open on the air, and we'll let you enjoy halftime as best as we can. So we'll take a break, and we'll come back at halftime here shortly.
started teaching after us, didn't you? See, we were that bad.
My team always beat him and my team when we were out for a lot. Remember how we played football? I had Jim
Arnie.
Arnie was he was
Yeah, we always had fun.
We did have fun. I tell you what, I played memories.
Oh, yeah.
I had just moved back from Ohio. I was teaching in Ohio. And they actually sent me to
Fifth and sixth grade in Perry. Yeah, I've had kids in the school district since quite a long time. Well, my oldest is 38, so damn the most. Erica, Derek, Sierra, Lauren, and Jordan. That would have been me. You would have had me, but not my kids. too many dodgeballs that I had. I just thought I'd stop over and say hi. He's sitting down now. Hey, Hop. Yeah, him and I have been best friends since kindergarten. I played through the Packers and stuff like that. He played all through high school. We mostly played baseball. He played at Westminster. I played at a branch campus at Penn State. So he's been in the bank.
You never said that to me. You never said that to me when I was in your 5th grade class. I said, Coach,
Good, how are you doing?
I see it.
Well, he wasn't, I had him, he's younger than you guys. Ed Kingston.
Eddie.
Yeah.
We graduated with his sister, Kim.
Okay.
All the Kingstons were all like this.
All like that.
Yeah, even her. Kim and Amy. Amy's been in the school district for a long time.
Well, his son, who shot good,
Yeah, I remember.
You're still coaching out there?
Are you? It's my one daughter, my youngest daughter. She ran cross country. I ran into you down at Beaver Brush Creek. I remember being up here for this cross country. It was one of those days it was just warm enough to rain, and you're hoping it would snow.
Yeah.
Because it was so miserable. My goodness, it was the longest meet I ever stood out in.
Yeah, so my grandson plays football. He's in Mighty Mites now.
Okay.
So I had to switch after I retired. Both my grandsons go to Ellwood. So I'm back at Ellwood.
There you go. Get rid of that green.
Probably have a new shirt in the closet.
Burn that green.
New wardrobe you got there.
Yeah, I saw Popovich. It's like this with the Toby, but it says Popovich.
Yeah, that, well, he was a teacher. No, you guys are
Little elk balls. I know there's a Robin Popovich that teaches it all.
Yeah, we finally turned 60, so. You must have been about 10 when you caught our class. Yeah,
Right. Yeah, we passed you out in other ways.
I'll be 75.
Yeah. Enjoying retirement?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We've got about 2 more years to go. Yeah.
I
highly recommend it.
And 6th grade we had to the Olympics still. We went over Ewing Park. That was fun.
And Carl Stoops was in our side.
Yeah,
He lives in Alabama. Yeah.
we
We see him maybe once or twice a year. He'll come up to visit his
Yeah,
dad.
yeah, yeah.
Lives out in Wurtemberg there.
Yep.
James. Still a few of us.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I seen on the record board, Vicky Butler still has the javelin record out
Yeah.
there. Yeah, she was my go-to receiver.
She was one of our best baseball players when we played Little League. She was one of the best players on our team.
I bet she was.
She was.
Yeah, that was long time ago.
Good times, good memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too, Chuck.
I'm sure we'll see you around.
Yeah, sure.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
We go to all the Ellwood games.
We'll see you at another
Sure,
show.
we'll see you.
good. Okay, all right.
All
Take
right.
it easy.
It's good chatting with you.
Need a water, Smith? Need a water? You guys got any scores on
All right, folks, welcome back here to Laurel Spartans Football Stadium here in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. A nice little trip up Route 3088 for Ellwood City. Halftime score here, it's 7-0 your Wolverines. Some halftime stats here. It's modified because we did not do stats tonight. We will do all the stats and all the everything. We'll have it probably 4 in the morning tonight, but we'll have it for you guys. We did get a little shout out from Lawrence County Sports Network to help us out, officially getting us some halftime stats. So some halftime stats here. You've got for Laurel Spartans, Santini's 5 for 8 for 50 yards. He's thrown it to 5 different receivers. Carlson, 4 attempts for 15 yards. And that's pretty much most of the offense. Laurel finished that first half with just 92 yards offense. On the flip side, the Wolverines, Smiley, 5 of 13 for 106. Unfortunately, had that one interception late in the first half. And then Elijah Palmer McCain, 10 carries for 37. He needs officially 1 yard to break the record. He's now technically officially tied with Mr. Damon Thompson. With that being said, the Wolverines did outgain Laurel 163-92, but a very defensive game, a game that we did not expect that to kick us off 7-0 at halftime.
No, I think if we were to say, if the score would have been 21-17 at halftime, we would not have been surprised. But first game, everyone had a scrimmage last week. Yeah, you've had football camp. Yeah, you've had 7-on-7s all this time. Now you're under the lights on a Friday night. A little different story. Is there maybe some jitters here tonight? I don't know, because there's been some penalties. Yeah, you're going to have games where, hey, you get a false start. Hey, you get a holding call, which I don't think we've seen a holding call yet tonight. But after the penalty plays, the late hits, it's just for both teams. It's been, you said Laurel had 90 couple yards. Half of that, they got to be up in the 40, 50-yard range for penalties. Yeah,
you throw in a couple late, and I mean, they were just 5-yarders, but that one drive, you had 4 or 5 alone, and it started stacking up. Both teams combined, we're talking very close to somewhere in the ballpark, 10 to 12 penalties, and at least 100 combined yards on penalties.
But I think if you're going to put an asterisk or think back as we rewatch this game, the Spartans sat there on a 2nd and 30, and they converted it. and they did not score on that drive. They came down with 4 more plays, had some more penalties, and they were never able to get it done to get it in the end zone. So a huge defensive stop there, because you kind of had that feel in about halfway through that second quarter that the Spartans were maybe gaining some momentum.
Yep. And I think
Ellwood was able to shut it down.
As Wolverine fans, we don't mind if that scoreboard doesn't change, but I think you and I had the same feeling. Something's halftime adjustments are going to be made. I don't think that 7-0 scoreboard's going to hold that way.
You hope not, and the Wolverines will be getting the ball first coming out here in this second half of play. Yes, and it's almost like you have that feel right now where, boy, if you can get a 14-0 lead.
Yep.
A 7-0 lead, a busted play, you have a tie game.
And on the vice versa side, if you get a stop here early and three and out by the Wolverines sets them behind, yes, we can punt the ball, but you give a short field to Laurel. Don't sleep on them.
Really, probably one of the MVPs of that first half was
the
punter for Laurel.
Yeah, definitely.
Good night.
All right, folks, so a little bit time left here, about 20-some seconds. Let's do some out-of-town scores. The big one at the top here, Beaver Falls at Blackhawk. It's 27-0 Blackhawk rolling in that one. General McLean had a late score before halftime. They're tied with Newcastle 14-4. Mohawk and Neshannock, the shootout.
One.
Yeah, the shootout we
Battle
thought
of the
here.
Reds.
Whew, it is going nuts. A field goal there at halftime for Mohawk. It's 30-21 at halftime. New Brighton. Don't sleep on New Brighton Lions. They got a running back there that can do some damage. It's 9-0 New Brighton over the Wildcats.
That's like a 22-game losing streak, second in the WPIL.
And if you break it in the first week action,
Yep,
look out
that's
New
huge.
Brighton.
Yep.
Olsh and Rochester. Don't sleep on Rochester. Don't sleep on Olsh. Both of them tied at halftime, 6-6. Freedom up 7-0 on Quaker Valley. So there's another one. Hopewell cruising right now at halftime over Riverside, 17-7. Western Beaver in a tight one at Ambridge, 14-13, and I think the Javin Peel effect has already kicked in.
We're not going down that road yet. Just let it go, please.
So
we'll
big
cross
scores.
that bridge when we come to it.
Some big scores, and again, folks, before this one's over, when we finish here, definitely tune into that Mohawk-Neshannock game. No doubt that one's going to come down to possibly who has it last.
Right, and once again, we had a lot of stuff for pregame, but with literally setting up.
We'll say we'll have a show next week.
Yes, we'll have a show next week because there's a lot of first-year coaches in that you just said.
A lot.
Coach Magnifico over there at Riverside, new coach down there at Beaver Falls. Is Freedom new?
Yes, Freedom, I believe, is new as well. So you got
I have that written down
New
here
Brighton's
somewhere,
new.
but we can't get it laid out.
It's like five or six teams out of the 8 have brand new coaches.
So, but hey, an entertaining first half of
Neshannock.
play here. I think a lot of things to learn.
Yep.
That these teams, non-section game, but you want to start off with a win, and there's lots of things to see what's going to happen here in this second half of play.
And I know we talked about it. It's gone down 9 degrees. It's 67 degrees here. The sun is gone, but now you start thinking about the fall weather. We're watching right in front of us. Chris Miles throwing the ball here. You can see that ball is not dry. So now it makes you wonder how much dew, how much moisture is going to be on that ball. Be careful here with a grass field. You never know what
That's a
may
good point.
perspire.
That's a good point, Brad. And we literally just had one turnover in that first half, the interception there with 20 seconds left to go. But there were some fumbles, albeit recovered by the fumbling team in that first half of play. Brad, if I could here, as we're about a minute and a half away from kickoff of the second half of play, our Field Goal Club sponsors, I wanted to get them in before the night was over. Allen's Lawn Care, Pengonis Chiropractic, Air Physical Therapy and Fitness, Allied Rubber and Supply Company, Youngblood Paving, Steffler Window Cleaning. Hey, Drew Steffler, cross-country team. I just know if you saw that earlier today, was Beaver County Times cross-country player to watch. So good for Drew. Spokane Orthodontics, Reed Oil Company, Kevin Bookemer Plumbing and Construction, Pit Race, Mobros Lawn Specialist, Myers Auto Group, Gagrick Brothers Painting, and of course all of our funeral homes in town. Turner Funeral Home, Marshall Funeral Home, Joseph Toman Funeral Home, Teolis Funeral Home. Our funeral homes in Ellwood City, they'll be the last to let you down. We thank our Touchdown Club sponsors, and if you're to the game next week, we got to get this one done first. But home opener against Shenango, and you can see the signs of all them businesses there.
All right, so like Thad said, Wolverines will receive the ball here first, and let's get one rush over with. Let's get that 1 yard, and let's knock EPM into the record books, and then let's methodically drive down here. If you're the Wolverines, you're looking to get another one up on the board, get 14-0. Kind of like you said, Thad, start pulling away. You don't want this team to linger around because here's the difference. Nothing against the Wolverines. They're not as big as the Laurel Spartans up front. That could come into a factor the second half. You start taking some shots, and all of a sudden the beef of that line may come into play. But don't count out anything of the playbook. I'm waiting for a trick play somewhere here soon.
Yeah, I just want to give an update. I said earlier about Max Shivitz, a young man that came back from 2 ACL surgeries in his career. I just found out the scar tissue broke, but everything's fine. It hurt, but all good. So anyway, good to see that. When I saw him limping off that field, I tell you, my heart went to my knees. So good to see that is not near. Mom is okay, so I think that's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
She maybe wasn't there when she saw him limping off the field, but good to see Mac and everybody. No real injuries there in the first half. Oh, deep kick taken there by Dante Pierce at the 8-yard line. Up the middle he goes. Oh, hit with authority, and then about 4 green jerseys there to meet him. Who to first meet him was number 6, Braden Faulkner.
Yep. Braden Faulkner, we've said his name a couple times tonight. He got that initial hit. I know 17 Lewis Wire was in there as well, and it kind of looked like somebody maybe missed a block. But either way, Wolverines will start off here. Looks like it'll be officially their own 25-yard line, and see what the Wolverines can do on offense.
So about a 16-yard return. A nice deep kick there. You don't always see them get inside that 10-yard line for the Spartans kicker. So Elijah, 1 yard. Put him in the history books. There's the handoff. Up the middle he goes. Ladies and gentlemen, hit hard. Very hard by number 10, by Jack Miles. And officially, he got 5 yards. Ladies and gentlemen, Ellwood City has a new all-time leading rusher with Elijah Palmer McCain. Congratulations, Elijah. That's quite a feat to do with first game into his senior season.
And I think he'll agree with us. We got it over with. Let's do
Yep.
more. Let's reset it again.
That. We interviewed him in preseason. Fine young man, hard-working young man, on and off the football field.
Got 3 seconds on the play clock.
That couldn't have been set right. Nope, they threw the flag. They were right. Delay a game. Son of a gun. If you're Coach Bradley, you get 4 yards on first down, and now you're going to be going back.
Talked about the penalties.
That was a quick.
The clocks. I'll leave it alone.
Yep.
The clocks have been moving. We'll just say it that way.
So 5 yards knocked off there for the delay of game. So now.
And now the clock's not moving.
So Smiley wants that quick pass out there, finds him, got some blockers, and taken down.
Yeah.
A nice run there.
Yeah, nice wide receiver screen out there. I believe that was Dalon that set the initial on Gackrick as well. And Gavin Partridge comes inward, catches the ball, and, hey, turn upfield, get a couple yards.
Good to see Gavin back. Had to sit out last year, was a collarbone. And I got back in for the last game in that playoff game. Hard-working young man. The kid's cut. Mm-hmm. I mean, man, I don't know. He must live in the gym because I don't think he got it from his dad. I'm kidding. Brad's a good dude.
Ooh, that's offsides.
Offsides.
Wow.
I'm going to get a text about that.
Oh, you will, because I will correct you. Brian has done.
That's why I said that. But I know Gavin's parents are just more than happy
that one up.
to see him out there playing today. And boy, it was. I remember getting that text from Brian Partridge that Gavin was going to be done for the season.
Yeah,
it was tough.
So that is a false start or encroachment on the defense. That'll be a first down the easy way. And the penalties are racking up here.
Yes,
for Laurel.
it is. There's a quick handoff to Gaggrick.
I like it.
Just the power of Luch. rolls his way forward. Kind of that quick handoff there. And right up over center. Miles with the tackle, a nice pickup of 5. And right now, if you're Coach Bradley, 7-0 lead, first drive, you come out, you get 4 to 6 yards on first down.
As long as it's all positive,
Yep.
doesn't matter.
Yep. And Laurel gives you a penalty every now and then. There's a handoff now. Elijah up the middle he goes,
Good
dances, and pulls his way forward. Going to be a little bit short of that first down marker. He's going to pick up 3. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. Wolverines almost to midfield. They're on their own 46-yard line.
You know, how the Wolverines have played, either you get this first down or it's 4th and inches, you go for
Yeah,
it.
they've converted 3 fourth
Something
downs.
like that, yeah.
There's Smiley. Quick
Full
handoff
back.
once again.
He
And-
leans backwards.
Yep. He
Yep.
got-
There you go. When in
Yep,
doubt, fall,
they're gonna
fall
move 'em forward.
backwards. Back-to-back first downs.
Yes, 2 first downs. This drive started on where, Brad? 25-yard line.
That's all you need is you just keep moving it forward,
Yep,
get the
ball
first downs.
right at midfield.
3 wide receivers
Smiley
on that
in
far
there.
side.
1 to the right. Handoff there.
Why not?
Palmer McCain following his blocks, puts a hand on the back, rolls his way
Wow.
forward.
Wow, did you hear how fast he blew that whistle?
Yeah, that time he did.
That made no sense. He should be 2 yards forward, I think.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have to agree with you,
Wait, did
Brad.
they blow it down? They're going to say he touched down first and then got back up. Wow.
See, when he first went through the hole, he kind of had his hand on somebody's back. I did not see him touch
I
the
didn't see
ground.
him touch the ground either, yeah.
The men in stripes apparently did. So no gain on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Wow.
Coach Bradley gets an explanation from the side judge.
Interesting. We're going to probably
Wait a
get
sec.
the clock's going to have to be reset here because they let it go down about 10, 15 seconds.
The official is now talking to. What's interesting is the first down marker did not move. It's still first down. So is
we're
it,
replaying it.
was
What
it a
is-
dead play?
Apparently that's a dead play.
See, we're not in the press box. We can't get the full things, and the officials facing that way. There's a handoff again to Elijah. This time hit hard, but
And that was a
There's
face mask for
face
sure.
mask, yes,
Yeah.
coming in there. Number 72, quick to pick there to stop Elijah.
My goodness. Yeah,
Casey
Laurel's
Wilson.
now. Yeah, they got 9 penalties so far. Wow. And they're starting to snack up. And the big thing is that's 2 first downs on this drive alone from penalties.
And one of them, yep, exactly, Brad.
And that's, let's see, is it the
So-
5 or the 15?
I'm
No, it's
looking
definitely the
at
15.
15. So the Wolverines, 3 first downs on this drive, 2 of them via the penalty. So moving the chains, should be down to the 35-yard line. Dante Pierce in the backfield this time. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Hand off to Dante around that right side, turns
Got
on
the
the
edge.
judge, makes a man miss.
There you go.
Follows his way forward. Positive play there for the senior Dante Pierce.
I tell you what, Thad, a couple first downs gets that momentum running. That's a big run by Dante Pierce on the outside edge.
It was. He's going to get another Wolverine first down.
Yep. Good drive here.
Picked
for the
up
Wolverines.
11 on that play.
Just got to finish.
Pierce still in there. Still left to Smiley. Kind of the same formation here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Around the
not?
right side he goes again. This time weaving his way back into the line of play and rolls his way forward. Dante Pierce using those legs, using speed, then the legs.
Give credit. Another first down.
Another first down. The Wolverines. You know, one of the adjustments I think made here, Brad, is they're almost doing like that counter.
And that pulling guard by Maddox Singer from that left side to the right side. You saw him out there in front.
Yep,
He made
yep.
that initial block, and
And
that
he's
got him an
getting the
extra
blocking
5 yards.
Done
Good
to
stuff.
make it happen. So give credit to that front line right now. Tristan Reynolds, Shane Lutz, Drake Davis, Logan McClymans, Evan Twiddell, and Maddox Singer. 1st and 10, ball on the 11-yard line. Elijah Palmer back in there. This time,
Busted
Smiley was running for his life, and I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage.
It was close to being offsides again. The guy over the center would jump, but he did supposedly get back in time. And Chris was looking for a quick pass to the right side. It wasn't there, and he had to go and run for it.
Yes, he did get back to the original line of scrimmage, scrambling for his life to get there. Now, 2nd down and 10. 5-minute drive here for the Wolverines with 7 minutes to go at their 11-yard line. Handoff to Elijah. Oh, flag. And into the end zone he goes. Let's wait and see what the flag is.
Yeah, it's coming back, unfortunately. This is going
so.
to be a hold. It's going to be a hold.
Yeah, that's it's hard not to talk with the fans. I mean, if they're going to be calling the chirpiness, well, you need to call it on both sides.
Yep, absolutely. So that'll be a hold. They'll come back 10 yards, and we'll give Elijah Palmer came another time to go and run it in.
Yep.
That's how I see it.
It does. That would be nice on this drive, become the all-time leading rusher, and then the all-time leading touchdown.
And take a 14-0 lead. That's huge.
I tell you what, if you're Coach Bradley right now, I mean, you got to finish this drive. You
Yes.
cannot express that enough. But
Yes.
you've ran 6 minutes off a clock.
Yep, and he is talking to the side judge. He's talking to him a little bit, and I think he's asking the official to come over and talk, and let's see what happens here. Now they're going to talk.
I thought a hold from that rule from last year, didn't it go from the line of scrimmage?
Yeah.
How to come back 14 yards?
The other thing too is, was he forward? Was it forward gain as well? So where the spot is.
How does that rule work? If the hold takes place behind the line of scrimmage, it is marked off from the spot of the foul.
Correct. And then if it's forward, it's from the line of scrimmage back.
Right.
So if I hold 10 yards down the field, it's still taken from the line of scrimmage, which means that 10 is gone, and then 10 on top of it.
Right. So what this is telling us is the hold was 4 yards deep in the backfield.
Right.
Either way, 2nd and 25.
Which I don't know how that happens when the line goes forward, but I'm not going to be the one to judge it.
So the Wolverines can get a first down. It's 2nd and 25. Ball on the 26-yard line. But them holding calls just hurt so bad. Smiley now in the shotgun. Handoff there. Luciano Gagger this time. Pinballs his way around. Hit initially at the line of scrimmage, but forward gain.
It's kind of crazy to think that this may be a game of who has less penalties.
Well, Ellwood City's winning that so far. Not by much. So a pickup of 5. We're going to call it, yes.
About 4 or 5. Yep, 5 yards.
So it's going to be 3rd and 20. Ball on the 21-yard line. Could almost think of this as 2-down territory.
Yep, split it in half, maybe get a...
Got 3 to the right, 1 short side left. Smiley back to pass. He's got some time.
There's a hole on that left side. It's wide open.
So down that left side he goes. He's going to slide down. Gets positive yardage on the play.
Yep.
Everybody for the Wolverines was kind of in the end zone, which gave Chris Smiley the opportunity to go around that left side.
Yep, sometimes clear it out. So he gains 8 or so yards.
7, yeah. They're going to put the ball at the 13,
yeah.
12. Yeah, 13. 4th and 12. Big 4th down play here. Man, if you're the Wolverines, you've ran 6.5 minutes off this clock. Have done it with kind of authority marching down the field.
Yep. Now you
get a false start and you get a hold.
You may just look to throw to the end zone and see what happens.
I think you almost have to. It's 4th and 12 from the 13-yard line.
I think we're going to get a timeout.
I do believe so. A timeout by the Ellwood City Wolverines. Don't forget, folks, this is our first game football of the year. Golf is already up and going. The boys now, the boys golf team now sitting there at 7-0. Girls golf got their first win here this week.
Yep.
Next week, we kick off volleyball. A note that the volleyball game is not home.
Correct.
I announced it last night. It was scheduled to be at home. The court is just not quite ready yet. at the gymnasium, so they will be traveling to Blackhawk for their first game on Monday night. And be sure to like Ellwood City Wolverines Facebook page and Twitter, Brad Windhorst.
All the fall sports pretty much have a page in some way or some
Yes, they
fashion,
do.
whether it's us or them. And I know the volleyball team does have a boosters page as well.
And you share them, so it helps keep apprised to all of our upcoming events. I know probably tomorrow afternoon we'll get our weekly schedule of what we will be broadcasting next week. We do know one thing for certain: we will be in Helling Stadium next Friday night as the Wolverines take on the Shenango Wildcats. 4th and 12. Smiley in a shotgun. You can just about say 4th and goal. Back to pass. He's got some time, and he's going to be wrapped up and taken down. Big-time play there by number 51. The Laurel fans are going crazy as Tyler Fuchs got through the line and was able to bring Chris Smiley down. Now, Chris Smiley is very slow to get up. He's not gotten up yet. He got gobbled up there, so the Wolverines not able to convert on that 4th down. And the way the teammates, Luciano Gagrick there, appears to be a cramp in this weather. But my, how the turntables have turned when you're driving down the field.
The only thing is when he got taken down, he did kind of turn that leg a little bit.
Yep.
Don't want to assume anything, but
Right.
in courtesy of Smiley, we take the camera off and just slide it off to the side here as the trainer comes out and checking him over. Yeah, it's tough. That was a good drive by the Wolverines, and once again, penalties just shut it down. And
Yep,
yes.
Chris is up. Appears to be a little bit of a cramp. He's jogging off the field.
Yeah, he's jogging, so
Kind of just give the I'm good sign. So, 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Wolverines ran 6 minutes and 49 seconds off the clock. Got to the 11-yard line. That's all the closer they could get.
So let's see the adjustments by the Spartans second half here. And quickly, Declan O'Brien comes up the line to blitz, and they check out of that play real fast.
Yes, they do.
9 seconds, rolling quick play clock.
Yep, 5 seconds on the play clock. Sends a man in motion. They do get it off. There's a handoff to number 12 around that right side. He's up the sidelines. Are they going to catch him? He's at the 40. Drugged down by behind. Saving tackle by Dom Hogue. What a play there. That running back was
Number 3, I believe. I think that was Xander Johnson, I think. Could be wrong on that one.
I think you are, but I beg your pardon, folks. It happened so fast. A huge
And of course,
play
going
all
the
the
way.
way from the 21
Yeah, going away to the far
to the
side there.
41-yard line.
And once again, it's the running back out of the backfield. That's been the bread and butter for
A
Laurel.
40-yard run play. They're by far the largest play of this game of the night. Try him again. This time, weaving his way through there is number 24, picking his way through. A nice gain for
Colton
Carlson. So he gets inside the 35. Declan O'Brien with the tackle, but wow, 2 plays and how this field position has just flipped around. Now the Spartans sitting there on a 2nd and 3. And check things out. Up to the line. Under center is Santini. Handoff. Oh, hitting the backfield, but he makes the man miss. But, quick there to gobble him up. Evan Twiddell was in there with the shoestrings. And who came in to clean him up?
57, Drake Davis. So Twiddell started it off. Drake Davis was in there. And then the rest of the group.
I mean, that's the
PJ
key.
Dupois.
On the stat sheet, Evan Twiddell may not show up on that, but he made that a 1-yard loss.
Absolutely.
So 3rd and 4. Quickly here, Smiley down, getting looked at on the training table. But I think it's more just, there's a handoff. Up the middle, bouncing around. He's gobbled up there.
Nice,
Not
PJ
much
Dupois.
yardage there.
Yeah, that was the far side, so that would be Oh,
Saunders was the carry.
who's opposite of Twiddell?
73's out there for the Wolverines. And he was bottling things up pretty fast.
It would have been Drake Davis with the initial and PJ as well.
Twiddell was in there as well.
Yep.
So big 4th down play here, 4th and 3.
Check the play here. Just be ready for that man motion. If somebody goes in motion.
That motion and where they've had the best yardage tonight. Now they come out here.
A little bit
kind of
tighter.
going over the tackles.
Yep, a little bit tighter formation here.
It's gonna be a sweep.
Yep, man in motion here.
Yep.
It's gonna be a
Back
pass.
to pass. Oh, yes! What a play by Trenton Schilling on that 4th down play. What
Number
a play
44.
off the edge. Senior Trent Schilling, and he shut that play down.
Mark it
about
down,
a
folks.
half second in.
Mark it down, folks. That could be a
Huge
momentum play.
with the sack. Big time loss on the play. More importantly, 4th down ball. Turnover on downs. Ball's going to be now at the 40-yard line.
Wow. That could be a game-changer momentum
yes,
play.
It could, because Laurel, once again, was getting that momentum. And I don't know.
Moving the ball, and then on the flip side, 40-yard line
I think it just looked to me like it was going to be a jet sweep this way. They went back for the pass. Trent Schilling was not fooled. Elijah Palmer came around that right side, driven down nicely from behind. That was number 10, Jack Miles.
Yeah, he had the interception that first half. He's been
He's
been there for a lot of tackles.
Kid, 6'3", $180, junior. Picked up 3. Looked like it was going to be more. Credit Miles for keeping that down. He did something that you can't really tackle Elijah high, but he kind of had that 6'3" long arms out there to get him high to bring him down. 2nd and 7, ball on the 43. No punts in this half. 4th down conversions has turned the ball over on downs. Back is Smiley. He's chased, throws it up there. Got a man down there. Oh, just overthrew him. And quite honestly, credit number 51 from Laurel getting in there again. Tyler Fuchs
Guaranteed.
coming off that left side.
One more second, that's a touchdown.
Well, but that's the thing. Chris didn't have it.
Nope, he did
Chris
not.
Smiley
That's
did
where
not
like
have
you said.
that was almost looked like the Statue of Liberty play gone completely wrong, because Fuchs was just out of the outstretched arms of Chris Smiley.
So here we go.
3rd and 7.
Got to make it count. You get the ball back like that, you want to get something here.
Yep. That back is Smiley, the lefty, throws it down. Almost was it intercepted?
Yeah,
no, they're calling
incomplete,
it was incomplete. They had the right idea, but could have been disastrous as number 68 reached out there. Matthew Pilpovich was not able to bring it in. Attempted screen pass. That 3rd and 7 is going to bring up a 4th and 7. You think about that. It's a game of field position. That 40-yard run by Laurel on their last possession really flipped things around. Now we got a flag and
illegal substitution possible here.
I'm afraid so.
Or it may be. Oh, this is gonna be terrible if it is. It may be illegal touching of the ball by the center potentially.
I never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, it depends on how you touch the ball.
But Trent, one of the Ellwood players was coming on late.
Crazy stuff. Crazy penalties. So they're going to say officially a false start. So what happened is the center touched the ball and shifted, and that's a false start technically.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So now punting is the Wolverines. Good snap.
Smiley.
There's the kick. High kick. Caught there. Fair caught. Lucky for his life. He did. Number 12 back there, Jackson Saunders.
So Smiley to Saunders. So minute 28 officially here, 3rd quarter.
You want to talk about a fast-moving 3rd quarter.
It's weird to say because everything's been fast, but yet we have over 10 penalties in this game.
Well, correct, but the change of possession has been two of the 3 times this quarter have been via the turnover on downs. So Laurel back out on offense. Santini hands it off there to number 24. Zigs and zags his way around. Twiddell there to stop him.
Yep.
As Colton Carlson with the carry. So going to give him 3 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. Hitting the close to 1 minute mark.
This brings back memories of 2011 all over again. Wow, that was a 7-0 game.
Now back to pass.
Oh.
Going way downfield, got his man there, and what a catch!
My goodness.
What a catch!
Wow.
In coverage, Gavin Partridge was there, but number 24, Colton Carlson, we've said his name all night, the junior, with the big catch. A 32-yard catch. And that's where Carlson, he's sitting there, at 6'3"? 6'2", was able to get up there and get that ball. So Laurel now getting the play from the sidelines. Santini, handoff, up the middle he goes, got a little bit of a hole, but hit hard.
Leaned forward for basically
Saunders was
one.
in there.
And that may be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
I do believe it may very well be. So going to give him 2 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. But I think we're going to talk about that after we get a minute or two away here, as we are at the end of the 3rd quarter with the Ellwood City Wolverines holding on to that 7-0 lead. We'll be right back, folks. Welcome back, folks. We got ourselves a football game, 7-0. The Wolverines find themselves leading, and they have the ball now, 3rd and 8. Laurel has the ball, 3rd and 8 on the 31-yard line. Running around, Doshio gets him down. Oh no!
Way.
Oh,
no way!
No!
Wow!
They're going to call a horse collar tackle. Dosh was in the backfield before the ball got there. It sure looked like he had him on the shoulders, but they're going to call that horse collar tackle.
Wow!
Wow!
And the penalties continue.
They do. This time it's going to be a 1st down for Laurel via the penalty, for it was 3rd and 8, and they're going to march it off.
That's insane.
Oh. The personal foul. That was the 2nd time tonight we've seen Dosh come out of there, and kind of that formation from Laurel, and 15 easy yards. It's going to take the ball all the way down to the 16-yard line. And an automatic 1st down. So this is the 2nd time tonight, am I correct, Brad, that Laurel has got themselves into the red zone. Let's see if they can get a score this time.
Yep. Now, last time they got there, it was their own penalties that basically kicked them out of it.
Exactly. So,
wow.
1st and 10. Now for Laurel. Ball on the 15-yard line. There's a handoff to number 12. Goes up the middle. He's stacked up there by a host of Wolverines. That was Jackson Saunders. Declan O'Brien getting up from the bottom of the pile, along with number 76, Tristan Reynolds.
Yep. They'll sub in that offensive line and every once in a while that defensive line just to keep everybody fresh.
Yep, and you're going to get some big boys at Laurel. We've talked about that, so get some fresh bodies out there and keep it going. No gain on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. And if you're Laurel, you got to be thinking, we got to score on this drive. We cannot let them, 4 and out.
Wolverines, identify your man and stay with him.
Yep. Sends a man in motion. That jet sweep this time goes around. Got a seam. Up there he goes. Bounces off of one spin. Pinballs his way. And he gets all the way down. Jack Miles picked his way down. It just looks like about the 2-yard line. A big gain.
And that's big.
Yeah.
Running back there is hobbling off the field. He did make it to the sideline, but he could see he is not feeling good.
So gets it down to the 5. From our angle, it's really hard. We're just, I beg your pardon, because we're just having a hard time seeing the numbers on the field. And that's not a pick on Laurel, just the angle that we're sitting at tonight. So 1st and goal for Laurel.
5 seconds on the play clock.
Handoff. And really no gain there. Great play by the right side of the defensive line of the Wolverines. Really stopped that. A loss of 1 on the play. O'Brien in there to get him stopped with Gavin Partridge putting the final lick on things. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. Well, goal. 2nd and goal from the 6.
Not in any hurry. Almost 3 minutes here.
Yeah, and you got 10 seconds on the play clock. You might want to hurry. Wouldn't you hate to burn our timeout now? 6 seconds, 5 seconds. They got to move. 3 seconds. 2 gets the play off. There's a keeper. Going to run around there. Chased by Dacio. Throws it underneath and intercepted. The ball tip drill was in place. Declan O'Brien was there.
Thad, there's one thing you don't do. You don't throw across your body.
Yeah, and he threw across his body into 1 green shirt and the 3 white shirts. And could have been disastrous for Laurel. Could have been a pretty good payday for the Wolverines. 3rd and 6. 9:27 remaining. In the shotgun is Santini. I thought that play was going to be a keeper the last time, but it didn't really develop at all.
And there's your timeout.
And we're going to need a timeout. Taken by Laurel. So that is their first timeout of this second half of play. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining.
Again, folks, we'll have stats and everything as soon as we can. Bear with us. We're not doing stats tonight with a little bit of adjustment of where we're at, but we'll also have everything throughout the season on our website, www.ecwolverines.com. Big shout out to Whippeal, the website. They're running standings as well, so if you don't catch it with us, you can always catch it with them on their site as well. And I know Thad's big schedule next week. All teams kick off. I know middle school football is in action on Wednesday. Soccer got a game on Thursday. So it's looking like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday broadcast possibly next week.
So it's going to heat up again, so it'll be fun for that. So
the first week of school for me. Yeah,
right.
We're hitting 90s.
Stick around after the game, folks. Brad will work feverishly to try to get some out-of-town scores. A lot of non-section games. The only Lawrence County team not playing tonight is the Union Scotties. You have that option with week 0 to not play, and they chose that. I'm sure they're playing something, but maybe not a organized game.
Definitely scrimmage.
3rd and 6, student section from Ellwood City on their feet, trying to control their team to get a stop. Back to pass, rolling right. He's got time, throws it down there. And we're waiting for the official.
Did he trap it?
They're wanting to know if he trapped it or not. How do you have to converse this? Now they say incomplete. Well, we do appreciate our officials. I know they're just trying to do it right, but you rather did or you didn't. It falls incomplete. So a huge play here for this Wolverine defense. A huge play for this Spartan offense on this 4th down and 6. 12 seconds on the play clock. They got plenty of time.
Well, they're checking, though.
Now they're checking. Now it's 7 seconds. They're going to have to burn a timeout. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. You've got to call a timeout. Wow. That's rough. You burned 2 timeouts. Back to back. And they just really weren't sure quite what to do. So now it's going to bring up a 4th down and 6. The Spartans sit there with 1 timeout remaining. Wolverines have 2. 9:20 remaining. Lots of time left in this game.
They've been trying. So they've been trying to bring the quarterback out of the pocket because they're making it where basically they're going to try and take as much time to get the wide receivers to cut to the end zone and then make a right. And then if they get open, just keep running left to right, and we're just going to lob it in there. And that's what happened that pass. He just went up, turned right, kept the slant, and the throw was low. I'm assuming they're going to do something very similar where the quarterback's going to leave the pocket. Maybe he can run it in because you got to be careful. 6 yards out, he could run it in, and there's so many options here. But it's 4th down.
He could, but I think if you're Laurel right now, you're saying we've not been able to really run effectively up the middle between the tackles.
It's got to be outside
where
somewhere.
They've been successful is on the outside.
Maybe a
4th
pick
and
play.
6.
Maybe a pick play with the wide receivers.
Big play here. 9:20 remaining. 4th and 6. Can they convert this 4th down? Gets the ball. Back to pass. Got a blitzer coming. He gets held up there. Going to run to that sidelines, and he's taken down!
Wow!
By
Declan
number
O'Brien.
19, 39. Declan O'Brien came out of nowhere to bring down the quarterback. Turnover on downs. Huge defensive stop there for the Wolverines. Huge.
I had a conversation with James Dotson saying that the defense is going to be interesting and key tonight, and I tell you what, we nailed that one right in the coffin. My goodness,
I tell you what,
defense.
the Spartans had a nice drive, just unable to finish it.
Yeah.
And
now the tough part comes. You're on your own 3-yard line. You got to get it out of the end zone.
And I tell you what,
milk this clock.
Santini, he looked like he had a lane. From our angles,
He did.
not that good down there, but it looked like he had a lane. There's Smiley. Hands off.
Nice cut. He's got an opportunity.
He's up the left side. He's at the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, down to the 40, gets to the 30. He's still on the sidelines, and he goes out of bounds.
We do have a flag back here, though. There is a flag.
Folks. There's a flag back there, but he took that ball from the 3-yard line all the way tiptoed out of bounds at the 21. We'll wait to see.
I'm wondering if this is going to be a block in the back against Ellwood, but nonetheless, it will be a first down.
Moving down here, but a huge run.
It'll definitely be a first down, that's for sure. Yeah, I think Chris Smiley's makes. We'll see here. No, they're staying down here.
Yes, they are.
You are right, Thad. They are staying down here.
A huge run.
Oh, no.
All the way down to the 21.
Yep, they're going to make it come back now. And now they're moving back. Wow. Yep, against Ellwood.
Wow.
Jeez. So it'll be a first down, which is good, and you get it out of your own end zone. It may be close to about the 40-yard line at least. So still good. Okay, so they're going to say.
I missed what the call was.
36.
76-yard run by
sideline
Elijah.
Obstruction. I think one of our coaches and all the players were here got out in the field. So sideline obstruction.
Wow. So it's a 10-yard penalty. So the ball comes back to the 36-yard line. Handoff there to Elijah once again. He needs to be jugged down at the line of scrimmage this time. No gain on the play.
The chains weren't even set yet. How?
Yeah, that's.
They were expecting it back here, and the chains just now getting. Oh man.
So they give him progress.
That's.
They're trying to get it
okay.
right
Okay,
now.
I was going to say, It wasn't marked correctly. Okay.
No, and it should be second down.
It should be. I don't tell them.
Well, the scoreboard says it's 2nd and 8.
Yeah.
They picked up 2.
They'll figure it out.
Yep, they will. So a huge run there for Elijah Palmer McCain, 76 yards. It's the Wolverines. Oh,
Busted play.
busted play, but picks it up. Smiley runs around, running for his life.
Not bad.
Gets maybe a yard or two, stays in bounds, keeps the clock rolling. 8 minutes remaining. Going to give him about 2 on the play. So it brings up a 3rd and 6 ball on the 30.
Communication's not been the best so far on the
32-yard line.
Wolverine sideline. They're trying to figure out these plays as quickly as possible, and it's a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, but they got the lead 7-0,
Yep.
and that was a huge
3rd down here.
Smiley back. Looking. He
He's
has
got
time.
him.
Got his man down there. And
he underthrew
a
it.
nice defensive play, though, by number 5, Jacob McBride. Got his hand in there. The ball was a little bit low and behind, but still maybe catchable. But McBride got his hand in front of DeLon Curry, so the ball falls incomplete.
Yep.
Just like that now, it's 4th down and 6, ball in a 33, 7:23.
This play
There's
here,
always a lot of important plays in a game, but this one here, you get a 1st down, you can milk another 3 minutes off that clock.
Wolverines offense, usually when it's like this, it's usually a bubble screen or screen to the running back sometimes. They've done it a couple times tonight, and timeout
So we're
here.
going to need a timeout.
Smart move.
As Coach Bradley, he did not want to take that timeout.
No,
Reading
he
the
did
body
not.
language on the sidelines, somebody was maybe not deployed where they
Yep.
maybe should have been.
We're saying at communication, you got to be ready to go when you sub in. They were subbing in a little bit bigger package there, and somebody did not get the right
But there's just
MO.
been some huge plays in this game. I want to go back to Trent
It's insane.
Schilling's sack on the last drive of the Spartans, and then the Spartans going down the field. And that play from Declan O'Brien, it's going to be fun to watch that on film. I don't know where he came from, but he got there and was able to get Santini down at the 3-yard line on a 4th and goal.
I would say you would never think that many big plays on drives in a 7-0 game, but we've had them.
But I think that I think you see more of them in a game like that because at 7-0, some big plays have happened to keep the score at bay at that 7-0 score.
So 4th down here and 6, 7:23 left in this one.
Back, Smiley, fakes, wants the bubble screen, throws it out there to Luciano Gary, and the ball falls to the ground. And I don't know if it would have mattered anyway.
Yeah.
The Spartans were kind of ready for that play. They had pressure, but they had some people at home at the line of scrimmage. Once again, ball over on downs.
Yep, still plenty of time in 7:19, and
I wish I had places to write because the 4th down conversions have been all over the place. We've had a lot of them.
Yep.
And I'm going to go home and read it. Watch this broadcast and just be mad at myself. This is I just apologize to our listeners for not being able to do what we like to do due to the circumstance. But we're glad to be able to broadcast. There's a handoff up that right side, rolling his way forward, picks up a few yards.
Dachu and DuBois.
Saunders, we saw him limping there a little bit ago, but he appears to be
he's
fine
back down.
now.
Yep. So gain of about 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
One thing we've not seen is Laurel to really try to throw the ball downfield. Maybe but once so far tonight. We've not been able to do that. Second down and 8, ball in the 33. Hand off there, number 24. He stopped up.
Nice.
No gain on that play. Maybe lost a little bit.
Yeah, give credit to O'Brien. He was the first initial, and then Dachu and Drake Davis in there.
No, enough flag. No. Well, you.
Yeah, and PJ DuBois clapping, so I don't want to speculate, but I think something was said when they were walking back to the huddle. That's not good.
So,
either team it's on. It's just not good.
What would be concerning if I'm Laurel right now? You see how them officials are looking at their notes?
Yeah.
If you get 2 of them, aren't you out of the game?
Depends on what kind of foul it's going to be, but yeah, if it's a personal foul, yeah, you can get into.
I don't know.
some
I could be
trouble.
wrong. I'm just.
No, you can.
It seems
You can
kind of
get trouble.
odd that they're comparing notes.
They're probably saying how many penalties we're going to have here in the next
Right.
6 minutes. My goodness.
And boy, if you're Laurel right now,
Oh.
you're sitting there.
I don't want to say it this way, but you've been kind of shooting in your own.
Oh,
foot.
there's no doubt about it.
They've
There's
been
no
moving the
doubt
ball
about it.
okay.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct called against the Spartans.
Now, if you're the Wolverines, keep your composure. Don't let that, don't let that happen on your side. Just be
Right.
smart about this.
Right. So now it's going to be third down and a long 23. Ball sitting right at about the 19-yard line.
I was going to say the clock should be running.
Yep, there it goes. Back to pass. Looking down the field. Throws it out there. Got his man, number 12. Rolls up through there and nicely tackled there. 3 Wolverines were there. Luciano Gagrick was there to put the hit.
Yep, Jackson Saunders made that catch, and that was the balloon prevent within about 10, 15 yards for the Wolverines. You see those hands go up, that means bubble. It's just sit back, let them catch it, and then tackle.
Yep. So they are going to punt, it appears. 5:55 remaining, rolling clock. 4th and 13. Ball on the 29-yard line. High snap, but he gets it. High and never kick.
What a
This
kick.
kid can punt. Calls for the fair catch and a wise play there.
I like the sit-down Indian
by,
style, just to sit
number
down.
5, Daylon Curie.
Yeah.
That could have taken a Laurel Spartan bounce. So
Now the Wolverines, a big one, Thad. We talked about timeouts now. We talked about the penalties, now the timeouts. Laurel Spartans only have 1, Ellwood only has 1, and now if you're Ellwood, all you need to do is get 3 or 4 first downs
Yep.
on this drive, and this game's over.
that's what you want to do.
I'd rather see
It's going
another
to be
score,
hard
but
for yeah, we'll take that.
another EPM
So-
60, 70-yard run would be nice right about
But
now.
ball on the 34-yard line. Smiley in the shotgun. Gets a snap. Hands off there. Up the middle. Goes Dante Pierce. Wait, they're saying a fumble, but nope. The official rules the ball down.
Whew.
So Pierce picks up a couple.
2 of the players there for Ellwood and Laurel kind of getting up slow, but
These kids have been hitting hard.
oh yeah,
They've
yeah,
been hitting, really hard all night.
it's been a
You got
physical
that,
game for sure.
When you got that score 7-0 in the fourth quarter, one play can make the difference. Seen Dante Pierce carry the ball 3 or 4 times tonight.
8 seconds up on the play clock, gotta go. 5 seconds here, gotta go.
Yep. Smiley looks. You only have 1 timeout left. Gets it off just in time. Handoff. Elijah up to the middle he goes.
Big run.
And makes a nice run there for Elijah Palmer McCain on that 2nd and 9.
I'm telling everybody on my offense line, let's go, let's make this quick, and then relax.
Yep. So whole new package coming in here.
Yep, big package.
Caden Dascio, don't see him on offense a whole lot. O'Brien
Declan
in
O'Brien, yep, and Gakrick, your fullback usually.
there. Yep, on this 3rd down and 3.
15 on the play clock, plenty of time here.
Yep.
Just
Handoff
Yep.
up that right side, and I don't think he got much yardage on that
no,
play.
He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. And that's
Nope,
me.
that was Elijah Palmer McCain.
Yep, I think this is going to be an easy decision here. They're going to be punting.
Yes, it appears they will. Tyler Fuchs on the tackle.
The only thing is Chris is staying out
Yep,
there.
I think they're staying out there
Wow.
on this 4th down and 4.
Well, I mean,
3:43 remaining.
you get it, you win the game. If you don't get it, you still got a 7-0 lead. So I guess that's what we're looking at here.
Right,
Or maybe to jump them.
right. You could try that.
Nope, they're
Nope,
going.
They don't. Back. Got a man down
He's
there.
wide open.
Wide open underneath. He's going to get a first down. Luciano Gagrick. I
We
think
said
they really just caught the Spartans defense
Fullback.
out of formation there.
Yeah, that fullback
he
position.
Came out of that backfield, and I'll be honest with you, he had Gavin Partridge. He could have
did.
went down here toward the near hash. So a huge Fourth down conversion. This has been a game of fourth downs, really, when it comes right down to
Absolutely.
it. And converting them and not being able to.
Penalties played a factor as well, but
huge,
definitely
that too.
fourth down.
There's a handoff. Elijah bounces to the outside. Going to get hit there and taken down by number 24, Colton Carlson.
Kierton holding up the hand saying, okay, I'm done. Got to be careful.
Yes, you do. So, 2:45, 2nd and 10. The one other thing I would say right now is if you're the Wolverines, go ahead and let that play clock get down to 3 seconds.
Got
You
20
don't
seconds.
need to rush. Well, I see
Chris
Chris
is
Smiley
looking at it,
Looking
so
at it right now.
that's
Ask
good.
and you shall receive. He's not going to let him get set until that clock hits 10. There he does. There he is. He's back to pass. Under pursuit. Oh,
You got to stay in bounds,
you got to
bud.
stay in bounds. Went out of bounds. That's going to stop the clock, bring up third, and he lost yardage on the play. Lost about,
Yeah, Chris knows it. He's like, dang it. He should have slid down, and
yep.
it happens. Now you may do a running back draw.
So now you're at third and 14, 2:16 remaining. Ball's going to be placed right there on the 48-yard line.
Substitution here late for Laurel. 60's coming out, 55's coming in.
So 2 wide outs, short side, 2 wide outs to the right. Smiley back. Looks, he throws. And, you got to throw that.
And it's
It's
incomplete.
going to be incomplete by the time he got the ball corralled.
Yeah.
It was out of bounds. So for the Wolverines, the incomplete pass stops the clock. So at 2:08 on a 4th and 15, ball on the 48.
Yeah, that one there, I'd rather have seen a run play.
They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it again, Brad. I don't know.
I think this could be because Smiley did kick the punt last time. This could, no, he's lined up tight.
Yep.
And there's the punt. Yep, this is going to be a punt. Oh, man.
Oh, what was that?
It went off the offensive line. Oh, boy.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's going to be confusion 101. It hit off the offensive lineman, so.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think Laurel touched it, so it's going to be back about 6 or 7 yards. That's going to be literally a 3-yard punt.
Wow.
We're overthinking it a little bit
Yes,
here.
we are. Yeah.
At least
Got
we
some
still have the
confidence to
7-0.
play the game. So.
Overthinking. Don't like it. Bennett 59, one timeout for Laurel and Ellwood.
Yep.
And,
Laurel
now you know it. Now you know what you got to do. You got to stop.
Yep. And Laurel knows what. Laurel has nothing to lose now. You're at $1.59.
Oh, we have an injury on this. I just now saw this. We have an injury on the
Yes, we do.
the Ellwood side here. Definitely a cramp 101. Let's see who that is. That was Dom Hogue. He has a cramp. He's up and he's okay, but it was
Yep.
definitely a cramp 101. So that's why the stoppage there. All right, so
1st and 10, ball on the 48-yard line of Ellwood City. Laurel, one last drive in them. Down 7-0. Goes back. Looks to pass. Throws it out there. Got a man. Makes a man miss. Rolls his way forward. A nice pickup. And
yep, they're
they
going to
got
get a
the
face
face
mask.
mask.
My goodness.
Imagine that. Another
Yeah.
penalty. He asked for it. I'm not sure who caught that ball. It's just the Wolverines
it was number
are just
3.
letting these hang around.
Yep. An extra easy 15 yards and
So, and that was one of them plays that, you get them down, the penalty stops the clock and lets things roll.
and this just allows Laurel to sit there and say, hey, what's our next 3-4 plays?
Oh, exactly that. And you pick up 15 yards in the process.
Yeah. Jeez.
So they're marking that off now after the face mask. He's going to take the ball.
Is this
all
going
the
to
way
come down? Is this going to come down to the Wolverines having to make an end zone stop 3 times in this game?
Well, it's going to happen.
My.
That's what's going to
Good.
happen. The ball on the 19-yard line inside the red zone is the Spartans. Santini under center this time. Everybody in kind of tight. Sends a man in motion. Wants that jet sweep. He makes a man miss. Cuts his way up through there. Still on his feet.
I think
There's
there's
a
a fumble. There may be a fumble.
We'll wait to see what the officials say. Ellwood City thinks they have the ball.
Officials stop the clock here just to see.
Yep.
They're fighting for
So
it, no
there's
doubt.
Bodies flying all over
I was
the
going to say, you
place.
see legs kicking, everybody's fighting for it. I think it's going to be Laurel ball. Everybody's pointing left and right.
We'll wait to see. So
Laurel ball.
it's still Laurel ball.
So that clock should be rolling, and it is.
A minute 32. Clock gets back rolling. Santini understanding what's going on. Minute 24. It's 2nd down and 4. The ball is on about the 14-yard line. Student section from Ellwood City getting excited. So is Laurel's. Sends a man in motion.
QB sneak.
Sneak going to roll up there. Not sure why you run that play in that situation.
Now you burned out
Now
your
you got
timeout.
to lose that last timeout.
I'm okay with that call if your plan was to call the timeout next, but I agree with you, Fed.
Going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 after this timeout. So the Wolverines have 1 timeout remaining. That uses them all up for the Laurel Spartans. It's a big 3rd down play here after this timeout. So the ball is on the 12-yard line. Wolverines up 7-0. The only score was early in that 2nd quarter of this game. A lot of back and forth the whole game. As you said, we'll have stats for you. Maybe some after the game if we get them before we're off air. If not, we'll have them for you tomorrow morning.
We're going based upon James Dotson's numbers. Ellwood, 10 penalties, 103 tonight so far. Wow.
So coming out of this timeout on a 3rd and 3, ball on the 12. Doesn't this seem like a really long timeout, too?
It
I don't
does.
know.
It seems like they got the extended one
the
here.
anticipation is pretty good right now. Wolverines defense now coming out on the field. Got Twiddell up there in that front line. Dacio. 2 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Minute 1 remaining. Sends a man in motion. Back to pass. Almost gets it. Dosh giving chase. Going to get him, and he goes out of bounds. Does Laurel. Great chase there by Dacio. No, he was able to shovel it forward. We couldn't see it from here, so he did not go out of bounds.
It's a smart move. You're going out of bounds. You're
yeah.
out of the pocket. It makes sense. Just throw it away. But I thought it had to go to the line of scrimmage.
Well, and it may have. We just can't tell from here. 4th down and 3. Big play here.
Your ball game.
55.9 seconds remaining.
Get out of your couches, folks. This is a big one. 4th and 3. 8 seconds, 6 seconds on the clock.
On the play clock.
5 seconds.
How
4,
do you do this?
3,
No, are you kidding me?
2, 1. They didn't get it off. No, they
Nope.
did not.
They got it off. Throws it down there into the end zone. Are you touchdown?
He didn't get it off.
The
wow.
play clock was at 0 from the 12-yard line. Throws the ball in there for a touchdown.
Double zeros.
It don't matter what we say at this
No,
point in
it
the game.
doesn't.
It's a 7-6 ball game with 48 seconds remaining. And Laurel kind of gave themselves away by running up to the line. They were in the huddle with 8 seconds.
Wow.
I'm not even sure who caught the touchdown.
Well,
I
I have no clue.
So a huge extra point here. Not sure who's kicking the extra point, but it's snap is down, kick is up, and it is
Yep.
good.
Let's talk about that
ball
kicker.
game.
That kicker is Maya Jarrett, and I wanted to feature this, and I completely forgot about it. Both the kickers tonight, both girls, both have great legs, and we have a tie ball game.
Yes, it's a tie game, 7-7. And 48 seconds remaining. The Spartans will be kicking off. was it, I thought the Wolverines had him. You know, you got 4th and 3 from the 12-yard line, and unfortunately was unable to get him stopped.
We have about 6 camera angles that got that last play. We'll just leave it at that. Oh, my. Wow.
What a ball game for start
something.
this season opener. 7-7. Wolverines with that one timeout. Don't forget, Dante Pierce, known very, very well
Yeah,
for
big
his
return.
returning abilities. And also back there is the leading rusher in Ellwood City
Exactly.
school history, Elijah Palmer McCain. And if I'm Laurel, I'm not kicking it to either one of them. He falls on the ground. Dante Pierce picks it up about the 8-yard line. Comes up that right side. Makes him in. Oh, hit hard. Luckily, he held on to that ball. The way he was hit sideways there by number 10, Jack Miles. Jack Miles knows how to hit. There's no doubt about that. So the Wolverines now, one timeout remaining, 43 seconds. And, boy, you go back. It's like, boy, if you would have maybe stayed in bounds a couple times, if you would have completed a pass just to keep the clock rolling. You have a punt that goes 3 yards. You let Laurel back in this game. Now, can you finish it? Back is Smiley. Throws it out there. Going to be hit. And
It's going to be a hold against the offense.
and number 1, Dom Hogue, goes out there. We got flag on the field.
Hold against the offense.
I think it's coming
Wide
back.
receiver screen, back 10 yards. Make that 11 penalties for, well, 113 or 112, yeah. Wow.
So that kills some momentum on a pretty nice pass play.
Yep.
And more importantly,
And out of
yak
bounds.
yards, Dom Hogue.
Yep, in and out of bounds, and you don't have to use a timeout, and you're still got 35 seconds up there.
So they're going to march that back. But quite honestly, I mean, we're sitting here in the stands and people are complaining. They've called, you can't say they called more against the other because they've called a lot on both teams tonight.
I mean, at this point now, you may just say, let's just run the ball and let's head to OT. I don't want to keep running back to my own end zone at this point.
Right. So, 1st and 20. We're about the 20-yard line. There's a handoff, and I think we're just going to be no real yardage there for Elijah Palmer McCain.
No reason to snap it. Let's just let's take this to OT. Make it the 10-yard line and make that
We've
decide
had so
this
much
one.
fun. We're going to keep on playing.
Oh, boy.
Once we hit 0, Brad, tell us the rules for overtime.
Oh, goodness gracious. 10-yard line, that's pretty much all I know. No, basically, there's not really a clock factor into this. You get 4 downs. From the 10-yard line, you get the play clock only. The actual game clock doesn't play into it. You score, the other team gets the chance. If they don't tie it, we don't. That's game, and if we tie it, we go on and do it again. And eventually it does change a little bit, but this is something. This is something.
So 7-7, we sit here. We're going to go into overtime in our first game of the season. We've not had an overtime game in about 5 years, I think. Brentwood during the monsoon, I think, was the last time we did one of them. So the officials, now, do they do a coin toss out there to see who gets it first?
Yes, yeah.
So both respected coaches, Coach Bradley for Ellwood City, Coach Cooper for Laurel, conversing with their team, figuring out what they can do. I mean, I hate to say it, but this overtime might be what team does not get a penalty against them.
and crucial down on the first down. Because if you get a first down penalty, it's now not first down at 10. It's now
15, 20.
First down in 15 yards, 10 yards, or 20 yards. This is something else to kick off the weekend.
Right, for sure.
Whew.
can kind of see some frustration on the coaches from Ellwood City, and I think when you see that play clock at 0 on that touchdown play is going to question things.
Yep.
But on the flip side, Wolverines had a chance to stop it, and they did not. So I guess we had like a 3-minute break in
Correct.
between. So we're at 1:25 remaining before we have the coin toss to see where we are at.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to feel about this game. What a weird. The stats are going to be interesting too. They're going to be very weird.
I don't think there's any question at all how you feel about this game. If you're the two coaches, you're sitting there saying our offense only scored 7 points. You can say something about defense, but how good your defensive play when the other team's offense both teams had over 100, 120 yards of penalties.
Yep.
You know, if one of these teams does not have the penalties as the other,
Yeah.
we're on our way home.
Absolutely.
And you had pre-snap penalties, you had some holds, you had some taunting. You know, why don't you had a center move the ball. When was the last time we saw one of them? I think this is like they're going to broadcast this game at WPIL and say this is every possible penalty you could call in a game. We have not seen pass interference yet, and they should have called one of them, and they didn't.
So what you're saying is what not to do multiple times.
Yeah, and I'm not blaming the officials. I'm sticking up for the officials here. You know, they're just calling it the way they see it. And if you're the coaches,
I think
you can't have much hair left on your head because you pull it out.
I was just going to say that. I said those gray hairs are going to be gone.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
So, best way to get rid of gray hair, shave your head. Deep Thoughts by Thad Sturgeon. Giving them out for free tonight. It's overtime. My goodness. All right. I'm just frustrated with the day this team's played. I'm sorry. I'm
frustrated
sorry.
with both.
And you line up, you play it.
Yeah.
And this is what we got. But we've had a couple big plays that were followed by penalties. There's been momentum switches all the way around. So the coin toss for the overtime, this will help determine who goes first.
Yep.
And who goes second. And I think you get to pick what end zone you're in.
What end zone and whatnot. Whatever end zone they do choose, both teams will have that overtime together on that side, and then they'll flip.
So, after yes,
yeah, I
yes,
believe how it is
right.
is if they choose the left side, we stay for left for both teams, and then we go to the right side.
But it's interesting. You had made mention that this is the first game we've ever broadcast where we have two females as the kickers.
How about that?
One of them could decide this game for one team or the other.
I was thinking that too. That PAT could be. Oh man.
Yep.
A PAT could win it.
Now, do they have to go for three after two
yeah,
after three? Like
I don't know how it works. I thought it was 2 overtimes, and then like you said, when you go into the third, then it's 2.
I believe college is that.
I don't know. It has been a while since I've looked at those rules, and no offense, they have not changed them. So
The one thing to also keep in mind is it goes in. You know, if you go first on offense and you don't score, the other team has the opportunity to kick a field goal. Or am I wrong on that?
Absolutely. They can score a point in any way direction. This could be a safety. You could stop the other team and then get a safety, and technically you could still technically lose. So it's a weird.
You get a safety minus 90 yards. We will have seen everything. So, all right, we'll wait and see what the officials come up with there.
Give me the fumble Rooski. Give me the fumble Rooski. Let's see whose pads they touched. I didn't see it, unfortunately.
Ellwood.
Okay.
But I don't know
which direction. It looks like we're going to the right side.
Yep.
It's a something else. Offense.
Honestly, I think I'm still winded from carrying this table and running back to my truck to get ratchet straps so we could do this tonight.
And I think that was 3 hours ago and counting.
Yes, exactly. So it appears Wolverines will be on offense first.
If you want to try and zoom in a little bit, if you want to try to zoom in a
it's really going to be up to that offensive line.
And then
Tristan Reynolds out there on that line. Logan McClymans, Evan Twiddell. 1st and 10. They got 4 tries. Get in the end zone or kick a field goal. Smiley, hand off to Elijah. Oh, hit again and push backwards. One of the best stops of the night for the Laurel defense. If I'm a coach right now, I'm saying do not even talk, look, speak. You'll have to look at him to tackle the other team.
Yep.
You cannot afford a penalty. They're going to give him 2 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. Gavin Partridge now checking in. Smiley. 2nd and 8. Tie game. Overtime. All spread out. Brings them in motion. Smiley in the shotgun. Sidecar to his right. Hand off to Elijah. Up the middle he goes. Left his feet, and he's going to get driven back. He's going to get positive yardage. There's no doubt about that. It's just a matter from our angle of how much. So you give him 3 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 5.
Third down.
Third down. I beg your pardon. 3rd down and 5. Dom DiNucci checking into the game.
Makes you wonder.
A big 3rd down play here.
Do we see a jet sweep?
3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left.
No.
Back to pass. Looking. He was held. Throws it way down there, and ball falls incomplete. Out there
So now the question is, do you kick
for
the
the
field
Wolverines
goal? And they are. They're going to go for the field goal.
was number 6, Gavin Partridge. Now it's going to rest on Miss Caitlin Kreitzer.
She has attempted field goals before.
Yes, Craig Patterson, the long snapper. The holder is Dominic Hogue. And this is just a few yards farther than an extra point.
Right.
Caitlin sitting on the 10-yard line, 20-yard attempt. Snap is up and
Line drive.
Missed it. Oh, a flag comes in
Running
late.
to the kicker, maybe. Running into the kicker, maybe here. Oh, boy.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, boy.
Kick was wide right, but there's a penalty on the play.
Oh, boy.
And never guess, there's a penalty on the play.
Oh, boy.
It's
Against
against
Laurel. Wow. And that's still going to be 4th down, so it's going to be yardage. So now the question is it from the 1-yard line? Because if it is, I'm going for it.
It's the attempt.
Because Caitlin, I think she's off the field. So I think this is going to be at the 1-yard line. Yeah, it's at the 1-yard line.
Wow.
No, half the distance. My apologies.
Yes,
yeah, half
yeah.
the distance. So now
It looks to me like it's about on the 3-yard line.
Yep.
3-yard line.
3-yard line. So now
So,
big package is coming in.
3-yard line. Big package.
Don't cover your eyes, folks. Don't cover your eyes.
So
Bites the nails.
The penalty, half the distance of the goal. You replay the 4th down. 4th down and 3. From the 3-yard line, Wolverines have 1 chance to score. Smiley under center. Sends a man in motion. Handoff goes around that right side, and into the end zone he goes! Elijah Palmer McCain makes the score 13-7 on the 3-yard run. Sweep around the right side. They didn't try the middle that time. They went all the way around.
That's his 2nd touchdown tonight.
So that puts Elijah Palmer McCain, who not only became the leading rusher in Lincoln High School history, he is now the leading touchdown scorer in Ellwood City football history.
And Kreitzer, if you think about it, she missed wide right. Hey, listen, that's a free kick. Let's make this one work.
Now Caitlin on to extra point. Snap, a little bit low. Puts it up and up and counted. It's good. Caitlin Kreitzer makes the score 14-0. Now Laurel has to respond.
Go for 2.
So here we go. the offense. Trying to get the student section fired up and some of the Ellwood players. Here we are. In the shotgun is Santini. He stops. He looks to the sidelines. Surveys. Santini under center now. Hands off. So, oh, hit hard. I think Twiddell tripped him up.
Yep.
And who wrote him down was Declan O'Brien.
He cleaned it up.
Man, Twiddell, he was in that backfield quick.
You said it early, Thad. He could easily have 10 to 12 tackles if he makes that initial, but he has been blowing it up in the backfield.
But he's doing his job.
Yep.
He's slowing him down for the next guy.
Absolutely.
They did give him 1 yard on the play for falling forward. Saunders in the backfield with Santini. To his right. Back. Going to pass. Throws it down there.
Picked off!
Picked off, baby! Picked off! Ball game over! Who got it? Ellwood City Wolverines with the overtime win, 14-7.
Wow.
Santini went back to pass, threw a bullet
Luciano
in there.
Gackrick.
It's
Number
Gackrick
9.
with the interception, the senior captain. Right place, right time, gets it. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your ball game for the Wolverines. Come out on top, 14-7 in an overtime thriller. What a game by the Wolverines. And to stay with it, it would have been pretty easy for the Wolverines. You know, it would have been a heartbreaking loss. You lead 7-0, and you get the ball game tied with 30 couple seconds to go. So, but what a game for first game to start off the season.
Wow.
We thought it was going to be an exciting season, Brad, and it started right here at week 0. We'll get some stats for you. Maybe not tonight, but we'll have them throughout the time.
Yeah, we'll take a quick timeout.
Okay.
And I'll try to get some quick scores, and then we're wrapping it up.
Okay, sounds good.
So we'll take a timeout. Stay with here, folks, for out-of-town scores. All right, folks, welcome back here. We're having a little bit of cord issues here. People are tripping over our cord, and it's more for safety reasons here. We've lost power multiple times in the past minute or two, so we're just going to wrap things up before anything else happens. Quick little thing, out-of-town scores, finals. We got one final that I looked up real quick. Blackhawk defeats Beaver Falls 56-0. And, folks, while we're done here, don't forget Lawrence County Sports Network. Tune in. Neshannock is up on Mohawk 42-37, late fourth quarter. So there you go, folks. Once again, EPM over the 2,800 mark. 2 rushing touchdowns, breaking records, 14-7 win and victory for the Wolverines. They will improve to 1-0, and you got to give credit to Laurel. They had a good showing. They still have a couple teams that we share in non-conference, but no matter what, some crazy endings in week 0 around the WPIL. What a way to kick off the 110th year of WPIL football. So final score there once again, 14-7. And we're just going to wrap things up here and we'll carry it out. So on behalf of Thad Sturgeon and my dad, David Windhorst, on camera tonight, myself, Brad Windhorst, we brought you this game from the sidelines. Final score, 14-7 Wolverines. Tune in next week, folks. Ellwood City will host Shenango Wildcats. Good night, folks.